1-1 is the count to Scharf, and she lifts a high fly ball. This is to deep left field. If it stays fair, it's gone, and it is a fair ball and a home run. Ashlyn Scharf goes yard, a 2-run shot, and the Warriors lead 3-0 here in the top of the first. And delivers the 0-2 pitch to Deitmeyer, lifts a high fly ball. This is to deep left field, hits the top of the fence, and is caught at the bottom of the fence there by Scharf. It's a double. It stays in the park. Deitmeyer goes to second. It's a stand-up double. Scoring is Sodawasser. Great job by Scharf cutting it off, then flipping it to the left fielder Behrens to get it back in. But Deitmeyer just misses going yard, and the game now tied at 4. 1-0 pitch, and Millard lifts a high fly ball. This is to deep center field, and that's going to hit the bottom of the fence. Millard goes into second base. It's a stand-up double. Back-to-back doubles, and they lead 5-4. 2-0 pitch. Here's a high fly ball down the right field line. That is Reimer going near the line, dives for it. It's going to be a fair ball. It's out of her reach. She couldn't come up with it cleanly. Scharf wheels around from second. She'll go to third. They're going to wheel her around. Here's the throw in, not in time. It's an inside the park home run for Delaney Scharf. Reimer dove for it, but just out of her reach, and with Scharf's speed, able to race around the track. It's like an 800 for her.
Yeah,
it's a home run, ties the game at 5. 1-1 pitch to Mosier, lifts a high fly ball. This is to deep left field, and it is gone as it one hops and hits the mobile studio. In one swing of the bat, Taylor Mosier hits the third home run for the Warriors, and they take the lead here in the top of the 7th. 2 outs, bottom of the 7th inning, first pitch, bouncing ball, third baseman Scharf charges it, fields it, the throw across the diamond, and they get her by a couple of steps at first base. Routine grounder to Delaney Scharf, who makes the play, and the Warriors hang on. Central scores 4 runs in the top of the 7th inning, and Central hangs on to beat Clayton Ridge by a final score of 10-8 in our softball opener. The best baseball and softball action is on KEDR AM and FM. It's baseball for you today on KEDR. In our featured matchup, Clayton Ridge Central takes on MFL MarMac. The War Eagles have played a tough schedule so far. They have already faced 3 of the top teams in the league. They know they can play with anyone. They hope to get this one tonight. For MFL MarMac, the Bulldogs are off to a 7-2 start in the league. They've played their way into the group of teams near the top. They need a win to stay there. It's game 1 of 2, Clayton Ridge Central and MFL MarMac. Today's On Deck show coming up next.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The doctors and staff at Family Dentistry of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local high school baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamonds. Dr. Mark Bowie, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, and Dr. Courtney Wicken strongly encourage all of these area athletes to wear athletic mouthguards while on the playing field to protect their great smiles. That's Family Dentistry of Monona, 602 Tower Street, 539-4651.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
Sode's Green Acre and Liquor Store is offering rock bottom prices in our liquor store. Stop in now while the selection is at its best and stock up while supplies last. Sale is currently going on now. The liquor store is located at 7 Gerda Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's is more than just a store.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Robertson Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Moisure Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Moisure Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Moisure Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
War Eagle Bulldog Baseball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency Monona, Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm, and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises Inc. in Monona, Kanakor Floor Covering in Monona, TD Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Elkader, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic, RGK Portable Buildings, Furniture Showcase and All Wine, and Bacon Concrete in Postville. We begin the On Deck show for today's game. We're joined by Clayton Ridge Central baseball coach Casey Czar. Coach, your team dropping to 3-13, dropped a decision to a pretty good Bondurant for our team on Friday. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, it was fun to get back and play my hometown of Bondurant for our. I'm glad to see Coach Carlin and the boys really swinging hot bats. We had to come in and we knew that they were going to be a really tough opponent, and it was going to be a good test for us as well. Got Braxton Borman on the mound for the first time this year. He didn't look terrible up there. We just got to find the zone a little bit early. He had really good pitches, and then we mixed it up with a couple other guys, bringing in Ashton Teasy, a well-renowned senior for us, and then also as well with Owen Hammersland, the 8th grader that we've been rocking a couple of times. Just looking to get guys some extra innings here before we get into the second round here of conference play. So it should be a good couple of weeks ahead here for us.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. Who do you look to throw in today's game?
Game one, we're going to be looking at Caden Helly, our top guy for us, top arm. Really good fastball on him. Really likes to just paint it in the zone, and then off speed obviously is really powerful for him as well. With that, just looking to get him going on game one to get out ahead early for us, and then hopefully we can go get the second one in game two.
All right, now let's talk about offensively. I know Caden Helly, one of your offensive leaders. Who else contributing for you offensively?
Offensively, right now, Kane Balsinger. It's like. It seems like he's just looking at it, a beach ball coming in right now. He's been putting it in play really, really well. He tears it up on the base pass, stealing. I really enjoy our guys just trying to get the ball back in play here and making defenses make mistakes. So that's our biggest thing that we've been preaching right now is if we put the ball in play, make the other team make mistakes, and then we'll take the extra base when we need to.
All right, MFL MarMac, what do you know about the Bulldogs?
The Bulldogs are always tough. It's a nice 20-minute drive for a good rivalry, I would say. MFL's good. They swing the bats well. They really go after it, and they pitch it super, super well as well. So it's going to be a good one tonight. I like us against them. It's just an exciting night always getting to go up and play MFL. It's always been a big rivalry in all sports against them. So I'm just really looking to go after and get two tonight. All
right, keys in the ball game for your team in game number one. What do you have to do?
Take away the big inning. That's been the whole story this whole year. If you look at some of our box scores, you take away a big inning that gets away from us, we win a couple games or end up just losing by 1 or 2. I know the box scores don't say, or the scores don't say a whole lot for us, losing a couple games by 10 or so. But you take some big innings away for us, and we're really in a lot of games. So we're really looking to take the big inning away and have our own big inning, and then just get it to the next guy. That's the biggest thing I keep preaching for the kids is just get it to the next guy.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you in between games. Good luck.
Perfect, thank you.
War Eagle baseball coach Casey Czar is Clayton Ridge Central program. The On Deck show continues after this.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmers.realfood.realmeat.com.
Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
Stop into Nightingale Drug in Guttenberg to find that perfect gift for that special occasion. We have Silver Stars jewelry line, Gans and Carson home decor, Simply Noel purses and bags, Melissa and Doug toys, and baby items. Need that last-minute greeting card? Stop in and see our large selection. We have something for every occasion. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town, family-friendly business, located along Highway 52 in Guttenberg. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Brown's family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Brown's family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Brown's is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
War Eagle Bulldog Baseball is brought to you in part by David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, Ashbacker Building Supplies in Rossville, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by Kay in Monona, Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, and Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. We continue the On Deck show for today's game. We're joined by MFL MarMac baseball coach Paul Gordon. Coach for team 8-4, 6-2 in the conference. Good win against Turkey Valley on Thursday. You won by a final score of 9-2. Tell me about that game.
Yeah, it was another one of those games we've had a bunch in a row now where we're waiting to score our runs in the 6th or 7th inning. So our pitching staff kept us in the game. We had a big hit from sophomore Dustin Larson, had a pinch hit that drove in 2 runs to take the lead, and then we just kept the momentum going. I mean, hitting's contagious, and it's in that inning I think we scored 7 or 8 runs. So
certainly good enough there to get the win by a score of 9-2. Let's stick with the offense here. A number of kids contributing for you offensively. Who's leading the way for you?
Carver Blitz Benteen. He's actually moved up into the leadoff spot. He's hitting over 350. We got Ben Cranberry up over 350. Elias Hatt, his swing's coming around. He's up over 300. We got a lot of Austin Schlee. Even the guys at the bottom of the order are getting on base. They're finding a way to get on base and put that ball in play, and putting ball in play.
All right, let's talk about pitching-wise. I know you guys have had a number of kids contribute on the mound. Who are you looking to throw tonight?
We're going to throw Jackson Millage in one game and Austin Evanson in the other game to start. I'm not sure quite which one will pitch which game, but we'll get that figured out.
Yeah, tell me a little bit about those two on the mound.
Evanson's been he's been fantastic. He's only, I think, walked 3 guys on the season in 24 innings, so that's kind of what I'm trying to get through with some of the other kids, to pick their spots, to not burn up too many pitches in certain spots. There's spots where you're going to work the count, but other times when we just need to go at them and trust our defense.
Sure. And tell me a little bit about Jackson on the mound.
Jackson, he's walked a few guys, but he's pitched great too. He's got actually Evanson and Millage's ERA are both exactly the same at 2.62, so allowing less than 3 runs a game. And Millage throws a little bit harder. He's got a couple more pitches, but both very solid pitchers.
All right, let's talk about Clayton Ridge Central. What do you know about the War Eagles?
I know I don't like to look at records because they got a record of 3-13, but they've been in some. They played Turkey. They lost by 1 to Turkey, lost by 1 to Sumner Fredericksburg. They've been in some other games that, it's just baseball. I'm sure we'll see Caden Helly on the mound for one of the 2 games, and every game he's pitched in, I mean, it seems like he keeps them in the game, and he had a 17 strikeout game against Central City. He struck out 10 against Turkey Valley. So we really got to work on putting the ball in play, letting him do the work and making good contact and just putting the ball in play.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in the ball game. We look forward to talking to you in between games.
All right, thank you.
MFL MarMac Baseball Coach Paul Gordon and his Bulldog team. The On Deck Show continues after this.
Are you looking for a new career? We're looking for a motivated, reliable worker with auto body experience or just mechanically inclined. Are you detail-oriented and looking for a challenge? An opportunity for growth? Want to work on an ever-changing variety of vehicles? We offer a laid-back work environment, high-end pay, great benefits, flexible work hours, and much more. Qualified candidates can expect high-end compensation. You won't be disappointed. Call Bob at Top Gun Customs to learn all the details. 563-964-9899.
As a busy mom, I have challenges keeping my family on track, but appointments for healthcare visits are no longer one of them. Veterans Memorial Hospital has now opened a new clinic and walk-on, so complete care for my entire family is more accessible than ever, and providers care for all ages, so everyone gets the care they need when they need it. It's a welcome addition for busy families like ours and our community. To learn more, go to veteransmemorialhospital.com.
Veterans Memorial.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you don't deal with a branch or department, you deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
Everything you care about is in your home. Things that you just can't afford to lose. Let us help you protect what matters most. West Bend's home and highway policy provides you with one policy, one bill, one deductible, and one agent while protecting your home, car, truck, boat, motorcycle, snowmobile, and more. All with no hassle and a portion of your annual premium back in cash if you don't have a claim. To find out more, contact Tom Gifford, Kevin Lau, or Michael Beck, agents with Gifford Insurance Agency in Elkader at 245-1360.
Find the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries at Clayton Drug in Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner. Each store is unique in its own character and design, but all have gift items that would be the perfect gift. Clayton Drug is proud to carry many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location. Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
No trip to Northeast Iowa is complete without a visit to the Turkey River Mall in Elkader. Browse and shop through 4 levels with over 14,000 square feet of purely unique shopping. You'll discover an eclectic mix of old and new, including antiques, jewelry, high-end and resale clothing for kids and adults, furniture, art, books, toys, crafts, rocks and minerals, and think custom apparel. Visit our updated website at turkeyrivermall.com or like and share our Facebook page.
War Eagle Bulldog Baseball is brought to you in part by TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader, Timber is a Crop, Harvest Wisely, Agent Laney Keel, your New York Life Insurance Company agent in Garnavillo, LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville, Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point and Arlington, member FDIC, and by Carr Auto Group. Good afternoon, everybody. How you doing? Dan Barnes, along with Coach Mike Sass, we welcome you to Monona. It is Upper Iowa Conference Baseball today here on KEDR AM and FM and on KCTN.com. Clayton Ridge Central takes on MFL MarMac. The rivalry continues now on the baseball field as I'm joined by Coach Sass.
Yeah, two teams that have always had a good rivalry in the past few years in different sports. And, now we move to the baseball diamond.
All right, let's start with the visiting team, Clayton Ridge Central. They come in 3-13, and they've played a very tough schedule. They are 2-7 in the conference. Played Bondurant Farrar, and Coach Czar, that's his former school there, played them at the Waterloo Bucks Stadium. That is a pretty good team they faced on Friday night. They dropped that decision. So they come into this ball game tonight, and they'll put their ace on the mound in Caden Helly, and that is a great place to start. He's been spectacular this year.
Yeah, we haven't had the chance to see Clayton Ridge Central this year, but I know the Helly kid is a tremendous athlete. He's got a live arm. if he can locate his pitches tonight, he's capable of really doing some good things
He
for
has
him.
a record of 1-2, but in 16 innings, he has only walked 11 and struck out 33, and that includes in the ball game against once again Central City, which he struck out 17 in that ball game. So he is a strikeout pitcher without a doubt, and for them, they feel they're as good as anybody when he's on the mound.
Yeah, absolutely. If you're striking out 17 kids, you're giving your team a chance to win, no doubt.
All right, let's talk about MFL MarMac. The Bulldogs come into this ball game, and they are 8-4, and here they are. They're actually one of the leaders in the Upper Iowa Conference. They're 6-2 coming into the conference. This is a big game for them as well.
Yeah, they're tremendous defensively. Their hitting seems to be kind of sporadic. They need a little bit more consistency with their bats, but the defense is always there for them. They've got a lot of pitching, and they've positioned themselves to be one of the top teams.
It's also a case there where they will throw Jackson Millage. He is a sophomore. Millage has thrown 10 innings this year, has allowed 4 earned runs, walked 9, and struck out 12, has an ERA of 2.62. He'll get the start in game number 1, and MFL MarMac's pitching has been outstanding this year.
Yeah, they've got a lot of them, a lot of good pitchers, and when you've got a good, solid defense behind you, that gives your pitcher confidence as well.
We also talk about, for MFL MarMac, the fact that you mentioned defensively they've been good. They've only committed 9 errors so far this season, and a Clayton Ridge Central team that has committed 44 errors in their game. So there's a big difference there defensively.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the game we had, MFL MarMac, that was probably their worst defensive game, but I know on whole, on the season, they're very good defensively.
Yeah, so again, you're talking averaging less than an error ball game so far. So they're making the routine plays and then a couple of good plays as part of that. Offensively, let's talk about some of the leaders here. And for MFL MarMac, they will not have Carver Blitz-Bentine, and he is gone for the season. Has a ligament tear in his thumb, the right thumb area, ligament damage there. From a football camp this weekend, we had the opportunity to talk to him, and he's got a big cast on that right hand.
Yeah, and, defensively, I don't think it hurts him a whole lot. Bryce Radloff, very good defensively, but I think they're going to miss his bat. We saw him hit a big home run against North Fayette Valley. And definitely one of their top hitters.
Yeah, he was 12 of 34 on the season, among their leaders with 8 RBIs. Let's talk about some of the other guys, some of the experienced bats. Elias Hatt, there's a guy that's continued to hit the ball for them. He's got 10 base hits on the season, and 4 of them are doubles. But you've got Austin Schlee, a senior catcher, an experienced hitter there, batting nearly 500 on the season.
Yeah, those 2 guys. I was really impressed with Hatt in the North Fayette Valley game. Showed a lot of good athleticism, good speed on the base paths, and just a real solid player.
And a couple of sophomores in Ben Cranbeer, who's 14 of 36, and Jacob Shellhorn, who's 11 of 37. So those guys contributing as sophomores.
Yeah, and those 2 are going to be in the 2 and 3 slots tonight, and MFL MarMac's going to lean on those 2 a lot.
All right, let's talk about Clayton Ridge offensively. MFL MarMac as a team, by the way, batting .317, and Clayton Ridge Central, and this is what you kind of get with with a young team. Clayton Ridge Central batting below the Mendoza line. They're batting below 200, 193 on the season, but one of their experienced bats is Caden Helly, who bats second in their lineup.
Yeah, and we talked about him on the mound, and they're going to need his bat as well in this game.
Kane Balsinger is a sophomore who's really been their leading hitter. He's got 13 hits and 44 at-bats. He has 3 doubles. He has 9 RBIs. The big thing for Clayton Ridge Central has got to be putting the ball into play, and that's what Coach Czar talked about.
Yeah, and we talk about that all the time. If you put it in play, you put pressure on the defense, you give yourself a chance. If you're striking out, you just really have no chance to get on base.
All right, our umpires for tonight's ball game, by the way, John Winter will have the plate in game number 1. Mike Johnson will have the base paths, and we are just bringing you game number 1. So let's go through the lineups now. As we're up here in the PA announcer, so you hear Jonah Willow. We should have just handed the microphone over to him as he's doing the starting lineups. But let's start first off for Clayton Ridge Central. The catcher, Braxton Borman, bats leadoff. Caden Helly is the pitcher. He'll bat second. Kane Balsinger, the first baseman, bats third. Ashton Teasy is the third baseman, batting fourth. Kyler Millard is the second baseman. He'll bat in the number 5 position. Max Nearing, the shortstop, bats sixth, plays position number 6. Kurt Ross, the left fielder, plays position number 7, bats seventh in the lineup for the Eagles. Owen Ludovisi, the right fielder, bats eighth, and Nate Meyer is the center fielder, batting in the number 9 position. For MFL MarMac, Parker Keel moves into the leadoff role, and he's been there most of the year, but Blitz Bentine had actually just moved into the leadoff role, but without Blitz Bentine, Keel back to the leadoff spot, the center fielder. And Keel certainly a threat on the base paths this year. Jacob Shellhorn, the shortstop, bats second. Ben Cranbeer, the third baseman, bats third. Jackson Millage is the pitcher. He'll bat cleanup. Landon Johnson, the first baseman, bats fifth. Elias Hatt is the left fielder, batting in the number 6 position. Braden Gordon is the right fielder, batting 7th. Austin Schlee, the catcher, bats 8th. And Bryce Radloff is the second baseman, batting in the number 9 position. If there's one thing that MFL MarMac has done well this season is scoring late in ball games. We saw that last week against North Fayette Valley. They did it in game number 2 after that.
Yeah, and I think even a game since then, it's kind of become a pattern for them. I'm sure it's one Coach Gordon would like to see broken and see a few more runs early, but yeah, they have done a nice job scoring late.
Yeah, did that against Turkey Valley on the 9-2 win that they had the other night. So we'll take a break. When we return, the first pitch coming up here. We're starting with cloud cover, a little bit of a breeze going from right to left. We had some rain, so we're up here in the press box for this ball game tonight here. We'll be back with the opening pitch with MFL MarMac and Clayton Ridge Central from KEDR Sports.
Bodensteiner Implement is your local John Deere dealer with 10 locations in eastern Iowa to serve you. Check out their website, www.bodimp.com, for great deals on new and pre-owned equipment. From turf equipment to agricultural and compact construction equipment, they have solutions for every job. Nothing runs like a Deere, so come run with us at Bodensteiner Implement Company. Bodensteiner Implement is a proud sponsor of all high school sporting events, and we wish all our local athletes great success.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Waukon. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Waukon.
The second annual Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative Member Appreciation Picnic is Thursday, June 29th from 3:30 to 6:30 p.m. at the Postville Fairgrounds. Come for a complimentary meal, enter to win prizes, enjoy kids' games and entertainment, and meet members of the co-op staff. At Alameda Clayton Electric, we care about you. That's the power of human connections. Alameda Clayton Electric Cooperative, your touchstone energy cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer of Gothenburg or Bill Garms in Monona a call. You can reach Andy and Troy at 563-252-2471 or Bill at 563-880-5530. They can help you and your family be good at life.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
War Eagle Bulldog Baseball is brought to you in part by Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual agent in Monona, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, the Luena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and by Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. This is KEDR AM and FM, Elkader, Iowa. Welcome back to Monona. Just about ready to go with our opening pitch in today's ball game. Bulldogs wearing Their yellow tops the vests tonight they're wearing with the blue shirts underneath. They have the pinstripe pants there in royal blue and white. Meanwhile, for Clayton Ridge Central, they have the green tops with the green helmets as well, CRC logo on front of theirs, and kind of reminiscent to almost a candy cane look there with the red, whites, and the green. It's sharp.
Yeah, it reminded me of like a Miami Hurricane type uniform. So, yeah, I like it.
And MFL MarMac playing, of course, they have the ability to take those off, and then the New Jerseys underneath. So the sharp-looking teams, both these games, for this game tonight. Jackson Millage is on the mound, getting the start again for MFL MarMac in this ball game. And Millage, as far as stat-wise this year, as far as this will be his 5th appearance, his 3rd start, actually 0-1, has thrown 10 innings and has allowed 4 earned runs, walked 9, struck out 12, but the ERA is 2.62. It was a question who he was going to throw in tonight's ball game, whether that would be Millage or also who's done quite a bit of throwing for them as well, Austin Evanson. But Evanson will get the start in game number 2 for MFL MarMac tonight. So we are ready to go. Braxton Borman, the catcher, to lead things off here for the War Eagles, followed by Caden Helly and Kane Ballsinger. First pitch of the ball game is low. It is ball number 1. For MFL MarMac defensively, Elias Hatt is in left field. Parker Keel is in center with Braden Gordon in right field. And the 1-0 pitch is outside and away, and the count goes to 2-0. Around the horn defensively, Ben Cranberry at third. Jacob Shellhorn is at short. The second baseman, Bryce Radloff, on the 2-0 pitch, slow bouncing ball foul, and that goes underneath the hands of Coach Czar in the third base box, and the count goes to 2-1. Landon Johnson over at first base, the catcher Austin Schlee, and again Jackson Millage is on the mound, the right-hander for MFL MarMac. With Blitz Benteen normally playing second base, Radloff moves into that position.
Yeah, solid defender there. I don't think they lose a whole lot defensively.
2-1 pitch, tried to check his swing, and doing so was Borman on a pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 3-1. So the War Eagles here, Borman leading off for them. Braxton Borman, 7 of 38 on the season, 3-1, takes that pitch. It's a called strike, and the count goes to 3-2.
And doing a nice job as the leadoff hitter, seeing a lot of pitches.
Both these teams, if they get on base, will want to run. Here's a 3-2 pitch, and that ball's lined between short and left, or third base rather, into left field. So Borman got a 3-2 fastball, takes it between the 5.5 hole, and puts it into left field for a leadoff single for the War Eagles here on the top of the first.
Yeah, got real good at bat by Borman there.
And that brings up now Caden Helly, the pitcher. Caden Helly certainly has pop in his bat, 6 of 25 on the season, but he's got a double and a home run. We will see a courtesy runner in this situation for Clayton Ridge Central, and that will be Elliott Kelly. So Kelly will be replacing Borman at first base. So Borman does exactly what Coach Czar was hoping for his team to do, get the leadoff runner on, put some pressure on MFL MarMac.
Yeah, it's always big.
I mentioned that both these teams aggressive on the base paths. Clayton Ridge Central, 49 of 59 stealing. Here's a nice curveball from Millage on confidence, throwing that first pitch to Helly for a strike, and the count is 0-1.
Yeah, real nice curveball there.
MFL MarMac, a little better percentage stealing-wise, not as many. They are 39 of 42. 0-1 curveball popped up. This should make it out of play. Giving a look was the catcher Schlee, and it makes it up to the press box where we're located, and the count goes to 0-2. So Millage showing a nice fastball and a sharp breaking curveball here early.
Yeah, doing a nice job of getting ahead of Helly here.
Elliott Kelly is 4 of 7 stolen base-wise and does not have a big lead over at first base, and there is a fastball 0-2 away. Tried a high fastball to Helly, pushed it outside, and the count goes to 1-2. Elliott Kelly, one of the more experienced players over at first base. Usually see younger kids, but he is a senior as a courtesy runner. Curveball, 1-2. It is upstairs. Breaks away from Helly, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, just trying to get him to chase here, I think.
You'll see in the case of MFL MarMac, their courtesy runner will likely be a freshman. 2-2 pitch. It is upstairs, so he's worked Helly away the last 3 pitches, and the count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So here's the 3-2 offering and a pitch that is inside. It is ball number 4. Helly had to kind of back away from that one. Back-to-back base runners here in the top of the first inning. Kelly over to second. There is nobody out, and the War Eagles something going here in the top of the first inning.
Yeah, they've got a chance for a big inning right away here.
And that brings up Kane Ballsinger now. Ballsinger is the first baseman. Ballsinger, average-wise, is actually the leading hitter for Clayton Ridge Central. He is a sophomore, but he's 13 of 44 on the season. A curveball away after Millage dropped a curveball earlier on the first pitch to Helly. He has been away a couple of times here, and the count goes to 1-0.
Yeah, got ahead of Helly early and has kind of struggled to find a strike since then.
And from the stretch, The pitch, a fastball outside, and the count goes to 2-0. So Millage gave up a single on a full count, walked Helly, which was a full count pitch, and now falls behind 2-0. So Millage trying to find some rhythm here in the top of the first inning. 2-0 the count, 2-0 fastball. It's called strike at the knees. Count goes to 2-1, and Balsinger was taking all the way there, even though the count 2-0.
Yeah, trying to load the bases up early here.
Balsinger, 3 doubles, 9 RBIs for Clayton Ridge Central. He would be the leader on the team in that category. 2 balls and a strike, squares to bunt, and fouls it up the third base line in almost a defensive bunt, as it looked like it was close to hitting him on the inside pitch. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I think the ball kind of broke in on him there. And, yeah, like you said, very defensive.
And it squared to bunt, and it didn't look to me like he was giving himself up on a sacrifice situation.
I think it was for a hit. He may have seen something out of the third baseman.
Third baseman back, 2-2 pitch, swinging through the outside pitch there as Balsinger worked him away. Millage gets a huge out as Balsinger chased one out of the strike zone, and that is the first out here in the top of the first.
Yeah, huge out there after letting the top 2 guys on, facing their best hitter, gets him to strike out.
Brings up Ashton Teasy. He is a senior, the number 4 hitter. And you may have seen the War Eagles trying to maybe move runners over if he was, in fact, trying to sacrifice there. But that looked like a bunt attempt for a single. So up to bat, once again, is Teasy, who's 5 of 26 on the season. Has a double among those hits. Swings right through the first pitch there, and the count is 0-1. So Millage helping himself out for out number 1. 0-1 pitch, and Teasy fouls that one off the top of the backstop, and the count goes to 0-2. First time Millage has been ahead on a hitter here early.
Yeah, coming right after Teasy here.
MFL MarMac playing him straight up defensively here. You see the third baseman there, a step behind the bag, and at first, they are not holding a runner on at first. Middle of the infield, Cranbeer working on the middle field. Here's a curveball, and just missing high is Millage, and the count goes to 1-2. And a long look from our umpire, John Winter.
Yeah, real nice off-speed pitch there, just a hair high maybe.
A ball and 2 strikes. Millage looks back at second. 1-2 pitch, it is inside and high, and we're evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Your concern already in this first inning is pitch count.
Yeah, it's always a concern in a lot of pitches early here.
In 2-2 pitch, and Teasy reaches out for it, fouls it out of play. That'll make it there. Past the MFL MarMac dugout up the first base side, evened up still at 2 balls and 2 strikes. When you're working full counts here, we always talk about that your margin is about 13 or 14 pitches.
Yeah.
And it means you're getting your job done.
Yeah, we're past that already.
2-2 pitch. Teasy hits a bouncing ball, and the second baseman, Cranberry, dives for it. It's out of his reach. It goes into center field. Keel charging it, quickly got to it, so they'll hold the runner at third on a good response by Keel, who throws it in to the catcher, Schlee. It bounces off the mound, but Schlee able to go get it, and the base is loaded now for Clayton Ridge Central. They've done it with 2 hits and a walk, and Kyler Millard, the second baseman, is up to bat, the number 5 hitter for the War Eagles.
Yeah, that was just out of Radloff's reach, and I thought they might send Kelly there, but electing to play a little conservative early on here.
And again, Millard is 4 of 23 on the season, but of his 4 hits, he's got an extra base hit as well. So the first pitch is outside, and it goes to 1-0. Millage falls behind. MFL MarMac will bring the corners in this situation, or at least even with the bag. And 1-0 is the count. 1-0 pitch, and that ball is fly ball towards left field, and reaching over on the left field line, calling for it and making the play is Hatt. They'll tag the runner. Here comes the throw to the plate, and he's dead to right as he slides in head first, but doesn't get to the plate. Barely got to the batter's box for the right-handed hitter. So a great play by Hatt to track it down on the line and threw it in the air on a strike from halfway down the line to the catcher Schlee, and that does it for Clayton Ridge Central. The War Eagles threaten, but they come up empty. No runs, 2 hits. They leave 2. We've played 1/2 inning. It is Clayton Ridge Central 0, MFL MarMac coming up to bat.
Epic Wear. Get personalized clothing for your school, your team, family, friends, business, or any event. Epic Wear has a huge range of customizable apparel, trophies, and awards, and they offer free design help or design your own apparel at getepicwear.com. And you can even set up a free web store for your fundraiser. Make sure to check out the selection of Bulldog Spirit Wear and Iowa-themed items at the Monona location. Epic Wear, located in downtown Monona and Waukon. Call 563-539-2300 to place your order today.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping are proud supporters of all of our local high school sports teams. We want to wish everyone the best of luck on their season. We are here for all of your tax, payroll, and bookkeeping needs. Give us a call at 563-245-2154. Again, that number is 563-245-2154. Thank you from Kurt, Steve,
Carol, Josie,
and Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping, located in downtown Elkader.
So Clayton Ridge Central had the bases loaded with one out, staying aggressive on the base paths, and a nice play by Elias Hatt in left field to close things out for MFL MarMac defensively. And the impressive part there is Schley going to get that ball as well up the line.
Yeah, just all around good play there. And you're forcing MFL MarMac to make a solid throw and catch, and they did. We've talked about their defense and how solid it is, and they just showed it right there.
So Parker Keel to lead things off for MFL MarMac in the bottom of the first inning, followed by Jacob Shellhorn and Ben Crambier. For Clayton Ridge Central defensively, Kurt Ross is in left field, Nate Meyer in center field, with Owen Ludovisi in right field. Around the horn defensively, Ashton Teasy is at third base, Max Nearing is the shortstop, Kyler Millard is the second baseman, Kane Ballsinger at first, Braxton Borman is the catcher, and Caden Helly, their senior leader, is on the mound for Clayton Ridge Central in this ballgame. And as we mentioned, this kid's got a lively arm.
Yeah, he can really throw it, and 17 strikeouts. I don't care who you're playing. That's impressive.
And the big thing is the walks have been down this year. That's the key, because pitch count is always big. And he has the type of fastball to command the strike zone with that early to set up the curveball. So
yeah.
Parker Keel, left-handed hitting center fielder to lead things off, looks to bunt, stabs at a pitch upstairs, did not get to it, and the count is 0-1. Keel, 6 of 37, but he scored 10 runs, so he's been effective, even though the batting average may not look like it. He's been finding a way to get on the base paths. 0-1 as Helly brought a high fastball. 0-1 pitch and swinging through a high inside fastball, and you're not going to get to that today as Keel, and the count goes to 0-2.
Yeah, that's when you want to let go.
Anything above the hands with Helly's velocity is going to be tough to get to. 0-2 is now the count. So Helly ahead, the 0-2 pitch, and swinging right through the high inside fastball is Keel. 1 up, 1 strikeout. Caden Helly gets the first out here on 3 pitches.
Yeah, and there we see what Helly can do. Just 3 straight fastballs and a strikeout.
Brings up Jacob Shellhorn, certainly having a solid season, 11 of 37, and Shellhorn actually leads the team in RBIs. He's got 11 RBIs on this season, but the number 2 hitter up to bat with nobody on here in the bottom of the first inning. First pitch there, and there's a breaking ball outside from Helly, and the count goes to 1-0. Helly kind of stays low as he brings the ball in on his motion, as he kind of turns to the side there, and it's more of a swing. 1-0 pitch there, overthrows the fastball outside, and the count goes to 2-0. So falls behind on Shellhorn with 1 out in the bottom of the first inning. Our lights are on to start our ball game this afternoon. Crowd continuing to roll in. Folks have the umbrellas out, so a little bit of rain falling. 2-0 pitch, tried a curveball 2-0, I believe, and it was upstairs. Count goes to 3-0.
Yeah, as impressive as those first pitches where he's falling behind here, can't locate the zone.
And you realize that, he may walk 2 or 3 a ball game, but the problem would be you get anything above that.
Right.
Shellhorn squaring to bunt, but he is bluffing and taking all the way, wisely so, on a fastball across the right outside part of the plate, and it's 3 balls and a strike. So Helly tries to climb the ladder with the count now 3 balls and a strike. Delivers now the 3-1 pitch, and Shellhorn tried to check his swing, but it was a strike anyway. Caught the outside corner, and the count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, just a good fastball right on the outside corner there.
In the pitch count rules and in the fact that teams are so busy playing games, MFL MarMac plays every night this week.
Yeah.
3 balls and 2 strikes. You want guys who can get through the game here without a lot of pitches. And there is ball number 4 to Jacob Shellhorn, and that involves keeping the ball, again, in the strike zone.
Yeah, efficiency is key with these high school pitchers.
Ben Crambier is up to bat. Crambier, 14 of 36 on the season. He's got a double among those base hits, so he has hit the ball well for MFL MarMac. Shellhorn, if you're talking about being a threat to run, 5 of 7 stolen base-wise here. Let's see if they challenge the young catcher for Clayton Ridge Central in Borman, the freshman. Helly from the stretch, steps off, throws over to first base there, and just a late move. And Shellhorn certainly back there, plenty of time without any trouble. And we'll await the first pitch once again to Ben Cranbeer.
I think they're going to keep tabs on Shellhorn over there.
I think if you're MFL MarMac in this ball game, you're going to be aggressive until proven otherwise. We've said that all year long because that's the case in baseball and softball. Helly again steps off, and this time the throw gets by the first baseman Ballsinger, so Shellhorn will advance on the throwing error. Ballsinger reached out for it. That was an errant throw as Helly was quicker, but he stepped off on the pickoff move, threw it away, and the Bulldogs have a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, and then that's always the danger there when you do keep close tabs on that runner, that something like that can happen. The ball can squirt away, and you give them the base anyway.
So we have yet to have the first pitch to Cranbeer, and Shellhorn into scoring position. They'll work him in the middle of the infield. It's actually the shortstop nearing. And now the second baseman coming over in Miller to help work Shellhorn to keep him a little close. Pitch to Cranbeer, checks the swing on the pitch upstairs. Count goes to 1-0. So we do know we're going to have some hit and miss light rain. So that's why we decided to go to the press box tonight. You may hear the public address announcer, Jonah Willie, in the background here. 1-0 is the count. 1-0 pitch, it's upstairs. Count goes to 2-0. If it is not an interesting ball game, we might try open mic night and give me a pair of headphones down there.
There we go. There we go.
We'll see how this game we've had so far this year. Great games.
We really have. Yeah, we've been lucky.
We've had the last 3 games we've had have all been decided in the final inning. 2-0 pitch, and Cranbeer hits a high fly ball. This is to right field. That is Ludovesi, able to drift towards the line, but still has plenty of room in right field to make the play. Shellhorn will just stay right there at second base. Cranbeer behind on the pitch, flies out to right field, and that's out number 2 here in the first. Jackson Millage, the pitcher, is now up to bat. Millage, a chance to help himself out. Got a runner in scoring position. Millage, the sophomore, and Millage this season, batting-wise, is 8 of 30. Has scored 9 runs in the lineup for MFL MarMac. Of those 8 hits, does not have an extra base hit, but all he needs is a base hit here because Shellhorn, I would think that MFL MarMac would be aggressive on anything to the outfield. Helly from the stretch, and the first pitch there to Millage. It's a pitch outside and low, and the count goes to 1-0.
Yeah, a little single probably would do it here. Well, Shellhorn's got decent speed, and MFL MarMac probably try and score him.
At the top of the first, we saw Clayton Ridge Central, because of how quick Keel got to the ball, maybe not so aggressive with the runner in that situation, but they did try the aggressiveness on a fly ball down the left field line. Pitch to Cranbeer, and he fouls that one out of play. Fastball on the inside, fouled it back, and it's a ball and a strike.
And maybe that's why they didn't send him that first time, but yeah. Had a chance and just couldn't capitalize there.
And threatened with a play at the plate to end things in the top of the first inning. Bulldogs threatening here in the bottom of the first. Eagles ended up leaving 2 in the top half of that inning. So 1-1 is the count. Helly, a long look at second base. 1-1 pitch inside, jammed, bouncing ball right side of the infield, fielded by Millard. Couple of steps to his left, able to pick it up, flips it on over to Ballsinger. Millage bounces out to second base, and that's the third out of the inning. So for MFL MarMac, no runs, no hits. They leave a runner in scoring position. We've played 1. No score here in Monona.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
While out and about, don't find yourself stuck at the side of the road. At Edgewood Auto and Tire, our trained technicians work on all autos, trucks, semis, and heavy duties. We offer premier alignment service and DOT inspections and carry all major lines of tires. Call or ask about our current tire rebates. If you're in a bind and need a tow, give Edgewood Auto and Tire a call at 563-928-7333. Available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We offer a mobile tire repair service to get you back up and going, either on your farm or on the road.
War Eagle Bulldog Baseball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency, Monona, Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm, and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Kanakor Floor Covering in Monona, TD Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Elkader, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic, RGK Portable Buildings, Furniture Showcase in Allwine, and Bacon Concrete in Postville. So we go to the top of the second inning. It'll be Max Nearing, Kurt Ross, Owen Ludovisi. That'll be 6, 7, and 8 in the Clayton Ridge Central lineup to lead things off here. The top of the second inning. Both teams had a chance in the bottom of the first, but we are scoreless here early.
Yeah, runners in scoring position for both teams. Just weren't able to get them across the plate.
All right, so Jackson Millage enters his second inning here, top of inning number 2. And again, Max Nearing, the shortstop, is up to bat for Clayton Ridge Central. Nearing is a sophomore, 5 of 35 on the season, and has a double with those extra base hits. Millage pitch that is way outside. Maybe tried a breaking ball there away, and the count goes to 1-0. What was the pitch count for Millage in the first inning?
25, so he's going to want to get that down a little bit.
So he needs a couple of fast innings to get back on track. 1-0 pitch, swinging right through it there is Nearing, and the count goes to 1-1, fastball on the outside. You know, Helly maybe a little harder than Millage, but kind of similar pitchers, aren't they?
Yeah, yep. I think, like you said, Helly throws it a little harder, but they both like to mix in the off-speed stuff.
1-1 pitch upstairs. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. And the problem is, again, getting ahead. 2 balls and a strike, and the 2-1 pitch, and that ball is popped up, giving a look at Schlee. It'll make it over the backstop area, right in front of us, and it drops in front of the concession stand directly below us. And it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hole in the net right there.
Yeah.
And that's where it landed. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So the 2-2 pitch to Nearing, called strike 3 on the outside. Nice pitch by Millage, fastball away. It is strikeout number 2, and it's out number 1 here in the top of the second.
Yeah, Nearing just couldn't pull the trigger. You could tell he wanted to and regretted not doing it, but good pitch there by Millage.
Brings up Kurt Ross now, who is the left fielder. Ross just getting back into the lineup. 0 of 2, only has 2 at-bats this season. Jammed and hits a bouncing ball that actually hit him in the batter's box. And it will go fair down the line, halfway up the line, where it's fielded by Millage, but our home plate umpire right on top of that. Foul ball. Ross hit in the batter's box, and the count goes to 0-1. So Ross missed some time, but back for Clayton Ridge Central, and one of their seniors that the War Eagles have. 0-1 pitch there, and jammed on the inside is Ross, but it's a bouncing ball into center field. Got enough extension on it. Shellhorn gave it a chase as the ball was to the left side of second base, but Ross lines it, as it turns out, into center field. And that is the 3rd base hit for Clayton Ridge Central. 1-out single here in the second.
Yeah, it wasn't the meat of the bat, but close enough to the meat of the bat to get it through the infield there.
Owen Ludovisi, 6 of 33 on the season, but half of his hits are for extra bases. Ross is over at first base. Ross 2 for 2 steal-wise here. First pitch there, curveball fouled back up against the backstop, and the count goes to 0-1. So a 1-out base runner here, top of inning number 2. The lights are needed at this point.
Yeah, it's pretty overcast right now.
0-1 is the count. 0-1 pitch inside, and it scoots by the catcher, Schlee. Ross was off and running anyway. Would have had it easily stolen, and the War Eagles, for the second inning in a row, have a runner in scoring position here with 1 out.
Yeah, Ross got a great jump there. Even if Schlee comes up with that, I think that's a stolen base.
Ludovisi did a good job avoiding that pitch way inside. 1-1 pitch, it's outside, and the count goes to 2-1. You see Millage right now either missing way inside or way outside. It says he's trying to command the plate. 2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch fouled up against the fence area up the first base line. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
He's doing a nice job working quickly out there.
We love that.
Yep.
Pitchers that move along. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Evened up here now to the number 8 hitter in the Clayton Ridge Central lineup. Millage, a couple of looks back at second base, then comes to the plate, and ducking out of the way of that one is Ludovisi, and a pitch upstairs. Count goes to full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. So you've got a full count here now to the number 8 hitter for for Clayton Ridge Central. 3-2 pitch, and Ludovisi lifts a high fly ball, turned it, and that ball is hooking foul well down the left field line and out of play. And he straightened it out, had a shot of being gone, but that one ends up being a long strike.
That was on the meat of the bat. Did a nice job just yanking that down the line.
3 balls and 2 strikes. We mentioned half of his hits are for extra base potential, and that one just continued to hook foul down the left field line. So 3 balls and 2 strikes, full count. Millage has worked full count on over half the hitters so far.
Yeah, the pitch count is going to be an issue, I think.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 3-2 pitch, and Ludovisi again pops this one up. Left field line, giving chase is Hat. Hat going near the line, reaches up for it, and just out of his reach as he climbed the fence. Halfway down the left field line, reached up for it, but just out of his reach. We'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes. back-to-back hits down the far left field line. Hatt, with a great effort, comes up short.
Yeah, Ludovisi trying to yank it down the line.
3 balls and 2 strikes, full count once again. See how aggressive they are with Ross already in scoring position at second base. Full count, and Millage works again now. The 3-2 pitch, curveball. It is outside away, does not throw it for strike number 3. That is the second walk issued by Millage, and now you've got second and first for Clayton Ridge Central. Nobody, or one out rather, and Nate Meyer, your number 9 hitter, up to bat for the War Eagles.
Real good at bat by Ludovisi there. Really worked the count, forced Millage to throw a lot of pitches, and ends up on first base.
Meyer, a couple of hits this year, just 2 of 23 on the season. So good for them defensively, and looks to bunt, tried to stab out for it there, missed it. Bounces in front of Schlee, and the count goes to 0-1. So it looked to me like Meyer thinking about sacrificing the runners over to try to give the top of the lineup and Braxton Borman a shot.
I think that was the plan. Yeah.
0-1 pitch. Millage delivers, and that pitch is inside and high, and it's a ball and a strike.
Have we seen a successful sacrifice bunt this year?
Well, and the worst part about it is it's been almost stab attempts.
Yeah.
1-1 pitch, high fastball. Meyer swings right through it. The count goes to 1-2. It's a sacrifice. Give yourself up, right?
Kind of a lost art, it seems, right now in high school baseball.
A ball and softball, too.
Yeah.
1-2 pitch outside to Meyer, evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. This is where this drives you nuts if you're Coach Gordon. The bottom of the lineup. You should be attacking the bottom of the lineup. 2-2 pitch, reaching out for it is Meyer. Couldn't get to it on a pitch that was outside. Strikeout number 3 by Millage, and it's out number 2 with now 2 outs in the top of the second inning. And that brings up the top of the lineup in Braxton Borman.
Yep. So Clayton Ridge Central, the bottom does its job here. They turned the lineup over, got runners on base, and top the orders coming up.
So the good news is for Clayton Ridge Central, second inning in a row, your leadoff hitter is up, but you haven't scored yet. Runners on second and first with 2 outs. Borman, a base hit here, scores Ross, and with this, here's a pass ball. It's actually going to be a wild pitch on the outside as Schlee had to reach for it. Millage worked Borman away, and the errant pitch puts Ross at third, Ludovisi to second base, and a base hit gives you the opportunity to score 2.
Yeah, big wild pitch there. It seems like Millage was really paying a lot of attention to Ross and maybe not picking up his catcher early enough.
1-0 pitch, overthrows that pitch, and a good job by Schlee. And Schlee, as he picked up the ball there on the left-handed side of the batter's box, put up a couple of hands there, telling his pitcher Millage to relax a little bit, not overthrow. So now the count is 2-0 to Borman. 2-0 pitch there, and it's away, and the count goes to 3-0. And for the War Eagles, your most experienced bat is waiting on deck.
That's the thing. First base is open, but do you want to load him for Helly? I'm not so sure.
3-0, the 3-0 pitch, fastball for a strike on the outside. The count is 3-1. So Millage behind on another batter. So this has been trouble, but so far it's scoreless. 3-1 works quick, and a late swing, a defensive swing by Borman on a fastball at the knees. Full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, definitely a late defensive swing there.
We will not start the merry-go-round with a full count because first base is open. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The 3-2 pitch, Borman got a piece of it, hung on a fastball challenged outside. Full count. Good job by Borman staying alive.
Yeah, I think we got a little rain coming down. I see some umbrellas opening out there.
So it's probably a good thing we did come here to the press box. 3-2 pitch. It is low. It is outside. It is ball number 4. So in the dirt, and Schlee again playing goalie, able to keep it in front. It's a full count 3-2 pitch outside and low for ball number 4. So Borman is the third War Eagle to walk. They've got the bases loaded for the second inning in a row, and Coach Gordon quickly taking time here for MFL MarMac.
Yeah, this is a huge moment in the game here. If you're Clayton Ridge Central, you got the bases loaded. Your most experienced, your best hitter up, and MFL MarMac has 2 outs. They can still get out of this unscathed if they can make a play here.
And knowing that you may be looking at a low-scoring ball game here, it'll be interesting to see what kind of a rope that Millage has out here.
Yeah, and again, I think we're going to definitely see another pitcher at some point in this game with this pitch count.
So the base is loaded for Clayton Ridge Central. They came up empty in the first inning. Caden Helly up to bat here. First pitch, takes it for a strike on the outside, and the count is 0-1. Millage has an interesting follow-through as he follows through, and then the right hand comes up about shoulder level. 0-1 pitch and a good, healthy cut there by Helly. He was challenged again, and the count goes to 0-2. Helly wasn't cheated on the swing, didn't catch up with the fastball.
Trying to make it 4-0 with that swing.
0-2 is the count. So Millage, after the timeout, resetting. 0-2 pitch, outside and away, overthrew that one. Schlee, good job bouncing to the outside to get that ball. and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Even with Helly up, I think Ross is going on anything that goes by the catcher. 1-2 pitch outside, overthrew that one again, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Millage missing away this at-bat now here.
Yep. And Helly was behind his first at-bat and ended up walking.
2-2 pitch, overthrows that one outside 3 straight times with the count 0-2. He's worked Helly outside and missed a couple of fastballs and I think a curveball mixed in there.
Yep, no place to put him here.
Now your merry-go-round will get going. 3-2, here's the 3-2 pitch. It is a fastball that is high. It is ball number 4. So he had Helly 0-2. Helly walks for the second time. The 4th walk issued by Millage. It's an RBI for Helly, and Clayton Ridge Central leads 1-0 with Kane Balsinger coming up to bat.
Yeah, they're, again, another one of their best hitters, still with the bases loaded. Again, one run is probably not going to be enough to win it, so MFL MarMac can still get out of this.
First pitch there to Ludovic. He swings away, lifts a high pop-up. Second baseman Radloff, edge of the infield, calling for it as he drifts into shallow center field. Calls for it, makes the play for the 3rd out of the inning. Balsinger chased the first pitch, popped it up to the edge of the infield, and that does it for the War Eagles. But they score a run. Ross scores there on that walk. They end up with a hit. They leave the bases loaded. We've played an inning and a half, and it's 1-0 Clayton Ridge Central in the lead.
Broadband is more important and versatile than ever, and you no longer need a home phone to utilize Neat's fiber broadband service. Freedom plans are now available to all subscribers on Neat's fiber network in and around Farmersburg, Luena, Monona, Postville, and St. Olaf. With speeds up to 250 meg, Neat's managed Wi-Fi is also included at no additional cost. Call today for more information on Neat's new Freedom plans and enjoy reliable, super-fast broadband internet service from Neat. Call us at 539-2122 today to discuss which Freedom plan is best for you. Neat, connecting you now.
You work hard to make sure your family has everything they need. Life insurance from American Family Life Insurance Company can help financially protect your loved ones by replacing a portion of your income if you were to pass away. That means your family will have the help they need to maintain their quality of life and pursue their dreams. Get the peace of mind you deserve by protecting what matters most.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 563-245-2366 today.
American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
So we go to the bottom of the second inning. Landon Johnson, Elias Hatt, Braden Gordon. That will be 5, 6, and 7 in the MFL MarMac lineup to lead things off here in the bottom of the second inning. War Eagles lead 1-0. They have 1 run, 3 hits. They have not committed an error, but they have left 5 in their first 2 at-bats. First pitch there to Johnson. It's a strike, and the count is 0-1. Landon Johnson, 10 of 32 on the season for MFL MarMac, has 6 RBIs. You start to get to the bottom of the lineup here, and MFL MarMac has gotten some production out of that lineup. Curveball from Helly, strike on the outside, is swinging through it is Johnson, and the count goes to 0-2.
Yep, nice job by Helly getting ahead early here.
And 0-2 is the count. Helly struck out 1 last inning, walked 1 in the first inning. 0-2 pitch, and swinging right through it there is Johnson. Strikeout number 2 by Helly, and it's out number 1 here in the bottom of the second. Challenge the hitter on 0-2.
Yep, just like the first inning started, struck out the leadoff batter.
And that brings up now Elias Hatt, the left fielder. Hatt continuing to hit the ball well, and recently for MFL MarMac as his average continues to grow. He is 10 of 32 as well, just like Johnson was. And the first pitch there from Helly, and it's a curveball, and he swings through the outside pitch there. The count is 0-1.
So that one fooled him.
Yep, he was expecting fastball and got the curveball in the first pitch. 0-1 is the count. Helly back on the hill. Works a little slower with runners on the base paths, but 0-1 overthrows the fastball outside, and the count goes to 1-1. And not quite as quick as Millage on the mound, but I would say
not slow, just kind of more average, I'd say.
He wouldn't have a problem with the pitch clock. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 pitch, and that ball is fouled out of play up the right field line, well out of play, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. Little light rain continuing to fall. The street is actually a little wet.
Yep.
So we need anything we can get, but we'll play this one in very light rain right now. A ball and 2 strikes as Helly delivers the 1-2 pitch, and swinging through a pitch in the dirt is once again Hatt. It's dug out there by Borman. He'll record the strikeout as he slaps it down to first base to Balsinger there. They'll record the strikeout there. Back-to-back Ks, 3 strikeouts for Helly, 2 quick outs here in the bottom of the second.
Yeah, and boy, does that make your defense happy when you can get those strikeouts without them having to do much.
Braden Gordon is the number 7 hitter in the lineup. Gordon is 6 of 23 on the season. Gordon, we saw him against North Fayette Valley, and he has that uppercut, that good hard cut. Takes a fastball for a strike there. The count is 0-1.
Yeah.
Helly, after having to throw some pitches in the first inning, and not a ton, but he's working quickly here in the second.
Very efficient here.
And 0-1 is the count. Launch angle, they call that. Pitch upstairs to Gordon, and it's a ball and a strike. There's 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. Bulldogs had a runner at second base with 1 out in the first inning. Did not score in that opportunity. Nothing doing here with 2 outs. 1-1 pitch, and Gordon again takes that cut, cannot catch up with the fastball, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
Yeah, he does not get cheated, that is for sure.
It makes contact there. The ball's going to go a ways, and it's going to go in the air. 1-2 is the count. So Helly, chance to take care of the side himself. 1-2, and sits back the 1-2 pitch, and swinging right through it is Gordon. Tried to check it, but broke the wrist, and Helly strikes out the side as the Bulldogs go down in order. That's 4 Ks through 2 innings. We've played 2. 1-0, Clayton Ridge Central in the lead as we go to the third.
The doctors and staff at Family Dentistry of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local high school baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamonds. Dr. Mark Bowie, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, and Dr. Courtney Wicken strongly encourage all of these area athletes to wear athletic mouthguards while on the playing field to protect their great smiles. That's Family Dentistry of Monona, 602 Tower Street, 539-4651.
We know that potential is greatly enhanced through hard work and dedication. At Viafield Cooperatives, we promise to provide innovative products and dependable service to help you meet and exceed your potential. From agronomy to energy, grain to feed, Viafield is excited to provide growing opportunities for both producers and consumers at 18 locations throughout northern Iowa and southern Minnesota. Want to learn more about Viafield? Go to viafield.com. Viafield is a proud supporter of our local student athletes.
War Eagle Bulldog Baseball is brought to you in part by David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, Ashbacker Building Supplies in Rossville, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, and Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. So we go to the top of the third inning, 1-0, Clayton Ridge Central in the lead. Ashton Teasy, Kyler Millard, and Max Nearing to lead things off. Teasy singled in the first inning as the War Eagles had the bases loaded, had a runner thrown out at the plate. Leading 1-0, though, pushed across a run on a walk in the second inning. First pitch there by Millage, it's outside, and the count goes to 2-0. Now the question is Millage showing a little frustration on the mound, is if you're MFL MarMac, how long do you go here? Is a 2-0 pitch. He's helped out. That ball's lined into left field. Hatt on the run makes the play, charging in. On the 2-0 pitch, Teasy was aggressive, and a nice jump on the ball by Hatt in left field. Catches it on the line. Teasy lines out to left for out number 1.
Yeah, he's thrown 60 pitches in the first 2 innings, so that's definitely a concern for the Bulldogs.
And we mentioned MFL MarMac plays every night this week. Now, the good news is you mentioned this is their only doubleheader.
Right, yeah, and they've got some pitching, but you don't want to throw 60 pitches in 2 innings.
Kyler Millard is up to bat, so what Millage needed right there was Teasy to be aggressive at the plate, and that helped him out. The pitch outside, and the count goes to 1-0. Millard flew out to left field, the number 5 hitter in the Clayton Ridge Central lineup, and the 1-0 pitch overthrows that one outside, and the count goes to 2-0. So Millage, this is his 5th appearance of the year, pitching-wise, and this has been, for the most part, in the 10 innings, he had only walked a total of 9 batters. So he'd actually been averaging about a walk an inning, and he has walked 4 in the first 2 innings.
Yeah, he's struggling a little bit to find the strike zone.
2-0 pitch, that's upstairs. Count goes to 3-0. So taking all the way here, I think, would be Millard. And as I say that, he chases a pitch upstairs and tried to check his swing, but broke the wrist. And the count goes to 3-1. I was a bit surprised he was swinging there.
Yeah, not sure what he was thinking on that one.
Helped out Millage on ball 4. 3-1 pitch, and again, inside pitch. It looked like maybe a breaking ball there from Millage in the inside. count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So full count. And the 3-2 offering, bouncing ball, third baseman step over to his left. That's Kramer, gets the high hop, good throw across the diamond to Johnson. Millard bounces out to third. It's 2 up and 2 down here in the top of the 3rd inning. Brings up Max Nearing, the shortstop. Nearing, a strikeout victim his last at-bat. Millage, first time in this ball game, he's recorded 2 in a row out.
Yeah, and he needs this for pitch count reasons, as we just said.
And again, this is the number 6 spot in the lineup with Nearing. And first pitch from Millage, swinging through it there on the upstairs pitch is Nearing, probably chased one high. And the count goes to 0-1 out of the strike zone. Looked like a breaking ball from Millage. 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch inside, raising the arm to avoid that one is Nearing. We're evened up at a ball and a strike. Boy, Millage gets the ball, gets right back on the mound, and here we go. 1-1 pitch, outside, away, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, he does not waste any time out there.
You can see how he'd be very effective when he gets into a rhythm.
Right.
2 balls and a strike, delivers the 2-1 pitch outside, and the count goes to 3-1. But I think what we're looking at right now is the tendency to overthrow a little bit.
Yeah, he's not in a rhythm, and maybe he needs to slow down just a little bit.
3-1 is the count. 3-1 pitch to Nearing, follows that one up the third base line. Good hands by Coach Czar, backpedaling to make that one in the coach's box. Full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So evened up. War Eagles left 2 on in the first inning and left the bases loaded in the second. But they lead 1-0. 3-2 pitch. Swinging right through it there is Nearing. That is the 4th strikeout recorded by Millage and just what he needed. A quick 1-2-3 inning. We've played 2.5. 1-0 Clayton Ridge Central in the lead as the War Eagles go down in order.
Sode's Green Acre and Liquor Store is offering rock bottom prices in our liquor store. Stop in now while the selection is at its best and stock up while supplies last. Sale is currently going on now. The liquor store is located at 7 Gerda Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's is more than just a store.
This is Chris Holbert, General Manager of Hall Roberts Son Incorporated in Postville. We would like to wish the area student athletes both a safe and successful sports season. We have been a community-based company since 1864, servicing and supporting the area ag industry with products necessary for daily success. We look forward to continuing to serve and support both the ag industry and high school athletes in our surrounding communities. Thank you and good luck from the families at Hall Roberts Son.
Boisier Lumber Company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Boisier Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Boisier Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
Bottom of the 3rd inning, 1-0. Clayton Ridge Central leads MFL MarMac. Austin Schley up to bat, swings right through the first pitch fastball. The count is 0-1. Bryce Rattleoff is on deck. That's the 9 spot in the lineup. Then the top of the lineup with Parker Keogh. So far, the Bulldogs have had 1 base runner in the first 2 innings. Schley with the 0-1 pitch lifts a high pop-up. Giving chase is the catcher Borman near the Clayton Ridge Central dugout. That'll make it out of play just on the other side of the fence at the edge of the War Eagles dugout on the near side. And the count goes to 0-2. Schley, his batting average has continued to get better as the season has went on. 8 of 17 on the season. So he's worked his way into a more of a hitting role for MFL MarMac this season.
Yeah, you start to wonder if he might move up in the lineup eventually.
0-2. You hear the rain on the roof here as it's falling a little harder. 0-2 pitch outside, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. So shaping up to be a nice little rain right now.
Yeah, not hard enough to stop the game by any means, but it is a little harder than previously.
A ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 to the 8th spot in the lineup. 1-2 curveball, did not break inside. The count goes to 2-2. So some of these showers will be popping up throughout the night. And again, it's been so dry. And just look at the field there. The hops. We saw it last week at North Fayette Valley, some of the hops. 2-2 pitch. Schley fouls it up against the backstop. We'll do it again. 2 balls and 2 strikes as it rains a little harder now. And good enough where some of the people have decided to, we're going to set down the folding chairs and go to a little cover right now. Some of the people anyway.
Some people brought umbrellas. They were thinking ahead.
2 balls, 2 strikes, 2-2 pitch. It's upstairs, and the count goes to full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Well, it started out today, I think a 20% chance of rain we were supposed to have this morning, and then as the day has went on, there's been more of a chance. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Full count. 3-2 pitch to Schlee, and Schlee lines that into left center field. It's a base hit. Schlee, good piece of hitting. 3-2, sat back on it, drives it into left center field, quickly brought in by Ross, and that is the first base hit of the ball game for MFL MarMac. A leadoff single here to start the third.
Yeah, just a great job by Schlee. Started 0-2 in that count and worked it to full, and then dropped a nice little base hit to left center field.
So number 9 hitter is Bryce Radeloff, the second baseman. Radeloff is 6 of 15 on the season, and if you're talking about base running here, courtesy runner for Schlee will be number 12, Carter Lightfoot. We mentioned that Clayton Ridge Central has a senior courtesy runner for their catcher. Meanwhile, MFL MarMac will bring in a freshman runner there in Carter Lightfoot. But still a chance for MFL MarMac to be aggressive on the base pass. Lightfoot has 3 steals, but he scored 11 runs, so he knows his role as the courtesy runner. And let's see if Radeloff, if they look to maybe move that runner over to try to give the top of the lineup a couple of shots to bring in the first run. The rain has let up a little bit, by the way. First pitch there to Radeloff, swinging. He is not squaring to bunt, swings right through a fastball for a strike, and the count is 0-1.
I kind of wondered if we'd see that sack bunt attempt as well, but it doesn't appear that we're going to see that.
And with the top of the lineup and Parker Keel waiting on deck. Schlee being replaced by Lightfoot, and Lightfoot has a shorter lead at first base, not quite to the edge of the cut-in. 0-1 pitch. He is off and running, though. Borman gets a good pitch to handle. Sliding his Lightfoot by the tag as the second baseman Millard caught it a step in front of the bag, reached up for it, nearly got Lightfoot sliding by, but a good jump as it turns out by Lightfoot, good enough to steal second base and move into scoring position.
Yeah, throw is just a little bit high and not able to get that tag down there.
And again, if it's closer to the bag, it's probably a throw in there with the chance to get the runner, but because it was a step in front of the bag to the right side, nothing doing. It was a called strike to Radeloff, by the way. So here is now the 0-2 pitch, and a pitch that goes by the catcher, Borman, on a wild pitch. And ducking out of the way of that one was Radeloff, and now Lightfoot moves over to third base. So they've got the tying run at third base. Nobody out here in the bottom of the third inning.
Yeah, the Bulldogs are definitely in business now.
And Clayton Ridge Central appears that they will play normal defensively here early. And as I say that now, it looks to me like they're bringing the infield in a little bit. Yeah, they're coming to the edge of the infield. The second base part, as you look it over at Millard, and the shortstop about a step back of the edge. And the 1-2 pitch, swinging through it is Radeloff. Strikeout number 5 for Helly, helps himself out with a swinging strike 3 to Radeloff, and that's out number 1.
Yeah, big strikeout there by Helly. If he could get another one here, that would be even bigger.
Time taken by our home plate umpire, John Winter, to make sure home plate is cleared off. It's become a little bit of muck behind there. And Parker Keel is up to bat. Keel was a strikeout victim back in the first inning. Clayton Ridge Central now back a little bit in the infield, and not quite as in as they were previously. Keel looks to bunt, lays it down right back to the mound. Helly looks the runner back, then goes to first base to get the out there. So it wasn't a straight suicide squeeze, maybe a safety squeeze being thought of. Lightfoot was down the line, and again, you had to wait for the defense to roll over to cover him at right in the third base side. As the shortstop rolled over there, Helly immediately went to first base after looking back the runner. Everybody stays put.
Yeah, nice job by Helly there. And Keel did a nice job getting the bunt down, but unfortunately it was right back to Helly, and made a nice play.
And that's a case there that maybe on the throw, if he keeps that lead, he could have went and at least a chance to get the run, but he had started to head back, which makes that play kind of null and void.
Yep.
Jacob Shellhorn up to bat. First pitch, fouls it out of play. The count is 0-1. And again, a young kid you've got running.
Right,
there.
and I think Helly did a nice job staring him down, getting it. He knew he had time at first base and making him take that step back towards third.
The third baseman came in on the bunt, and Lightfoot was able to at least go as far as the third baseman, but it was taking the shortstop nearing a little bit of time to get over and cover the bag. 0-1 pitch on the outside there, and the count goes to 0-2. So Helly helped himself out with a strikeout, and then now fielding his position on a routine bunt, as it turned out, back to the mound. At least a routine ground ball to him. 0-2 is the count. Shellhorn walked his previous at-bat. He'll have to protect. The 0-2 curveball hits a bouncing ball right side of the infield. Second baseman Millard stays down on it, gets a nice soft hop to handle, flips it on over to Ballsinger, and that does it for MFL MarMac. They leave that runner at third. No runs, no hits, a runner stranded. We've played 3, still 1-0. Clayton Ridge Central leads MFL MarMac.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Join Freedom Bank in supporting our local students and their after-school activities. They are the building blocks to a brighter future for everyone. Whether cheering them on from the stands or participating in community programs, you'll always find Freedom Bank rooting for the home team in Elkader, Monona, Postville, Waukon, Decorah, and the surrounding communities. We empower success. Member FDIC.
War Eagle Bulldog Baseball is brought to you in part by TJ's Pizza in Monona and Claremont, Myers Auto Service in Monona, Clayton County Recycling, Thompson Construction and Monona Overhead Door, Grow Logs and Lumber in Elkader. Timber is a crop, harvest wisely. Agent Laney Keel, your New York Life Insurance Company agent in Garnavillo. LTI & Sons Water Conditioning, your Connecticut dealer in Postville. Farmers Savings Bank of Colesburg, Elkport Garber, Strawberry Point, and Arlington. Member FDIC, and by Carr Auto Group. So now in the top of the 4th inning, 1-0. Clayton Ridge Central leads MFL MarMac. For Clayton Ridge Central, 1 run. They have 3 hits. They have not committed an error. MFL MarMac has no runs, 1 hit, and they have committed no errors. By the way, Clayton Ridge Central did have an error on a pickoff attempt in the 1st inning. To lead things off, Ross looks to lay down a bunt, fouled it, and he was fortunate there that the ball hit him in the batter's box because he was trying to actually bunt and run at the same time. And as it turns out, Ross, who singled and scored the game's only run, bunts that pitch foul for strike number 1.
Yep, trying to catch the defense sleeping there maybe.
And so Ross is the number 7 hitter, followed by Owen Ludovesi. Fouls that ball up against the backstop, and the count is 0-2. Ross, Ludovesi, Nate Meyer, 7-8-9. Top of inning number 4, as our rain has let up considerably. Few of the umbrellas remain up, but it is let up. Just a quick, brief downpour we had.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say a downpour, but a little bit of a decent rain. 0-2 pitch, curveball outside, and the count goes to 1-2. So Millage, after walking 4 in the first 2 innings, got a much-needed quick inning in the 3rd.
Yeah, only 15 pitches in that 3rd inning. He needed that.
A ball and 2 strikes to Ross. 1-2 pitch, called strike 3 in the outside. Ross caught looking. Strikeout number 5, recorded there by Millage, and it's out number 1 here in the 4th.
Yep, and he's off to a good start here in the 4th inning, too.
And that brings up now Owen Ludovesi. So Ludovesi walked back in the 2nd inning. 5 strikeouts by Millage, and he has also walked 4. And swinging through the first pitch is Ludovesi, and the count is 0-1. So for Millage, maybe the hard work is past him now in this ball game.
Maybe finding his groove a little bit.
0-1 pitch, fastball inside, and the count goes to 1-1. Meanwhile, as the ball is thrown back to the mound, it scoots by Millage on a low throw from Schlee. That's where, as a coach, you remind your catcher, don't make your pitcher work any harder than he has to. A ball and a strike, as Millage had to try to go down and get that. 1-1 pitch there, and Ludovesi swings right through the inside pitch, bounces in front of Schlee, and it goes to a ball and 2 strikes in the low pitch. You know, that ground ball that ended things in the bottom of the 3rd inning, hit by Shellhorn, just kind of was soft as it hit the ground, wasn't it?
Yeah, that rain has, I think, made a little difference.
And a nice, easy hop for Ludovesi to handle. 1-2 pitch, curveball, and a sharp breaking curve. Caught looking, froze the knees of Ludovesi. Strikeout number 6 by Millage, his best pitch of the night.
Yeah, that was a great curveball. Looked like it was going to be inside and then just broke right across the plate.
And you can see the difference getting ahead on the count, right?
Yeah, his confidence is night and day.
So Nate Meyer now up to bat with 2 outs, and Meyer's first pitch pops it up, and the right fielder, that's Braden Gordon, straight away right field, able to call for it there, camps underneath it, and a routine fly ball for the 3rd out of the inning. 6 up and 6 down here the last 2 innings for Clayton Ridge Central, but they have the lead. 1-0 halfway through this one as we go to the bottom of the 4th. Hey, sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Stop into Nightingale Drug in Guttenberg to find that perfect gift for that special occasion. We have Silver Stars jewelry line, Gans and Carson home decor, Simply Noel purses and bags, Melissa and Doug toys, and baby items. Need that last-minute greeting card? Stop in and see our large selection. We have something for every occasion. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town, family-friendly business, located along Highway 52 in Guttenberg. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
When I started out in the car business, my dad gave me some good advice. Hi, it's Forrest Brown with the Browns family of dealerships. What my dad told me is when you sell someone their first car, you need a good sales department. But if you expect to sell them their second, third, and fourth car, you better have a great service department. Visit any one of the Browns family of dealerships in Guttenberg, Elkader, West Branch, or Victory Ford in Dyersville and find out why Browns is your hometown dealer, no matter where your hometown may be.
Ben Cranbeer, Jackson Millage, Landon Johnson, 3, 4, and 5 to lead things off for MFL MarMac here in the bottom of the fourth inning as we move right along. MFL MarMac has had 2 base runners through the first 3 innings, both of them reaching second base, and then Schlee, Lightfoot actually came in to run for him and was left stranded at third back in the third inning. So Cranbeer, who flew out to right field, takes a curveball, lines that into right field, and on the run, catching it is Ludovesi. Certainly chest level, got a great jump on it, makes the play in right center field. Ludovesi robbing Cranbeer of a base hit on the line out to right field for out number 1.
Yep, nice jump on that. Read the kind of the slice of the ball well and made a nice play.
So brings up Jackson Millage, the cleanup hitter tonight for MFL MarMac. Bounced out to second his previous at-bat. So MFL MarMac, a better job putting the ball into play. But Helly has struck out 5 so far. Pitch outside, and the count goes to 1-0. A different MFL MarMac lineup tonight without Carver Blitz Benteen.
It's a big bat they're missing out of their lineup for sure.
Kind of the table setter. 1-0 pitch, overthrown outside, and the count goes to 2-0. He had moved into the leadoff spot and had just been crushing it.
Yep.
With a double and a home run this season. 2-0 is the count. As they work here now, Millage takes the inside pitch. It catches the corner, and it's a strike. And the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. So you kind of have to reshuffle here. Takes an experienced bat out of your lineup.
Absolutely. Good speed, and yeah, like you said, experience as well.
2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch to Millage. Inside, turns away from that one as he was able to duck the inside shoulder, and it's 3 balls and a strike. Helly has only walked 1. That came back in the first inning, so he's done a real good job throwing strikes and staying ahead. 3-1 to Millage, though. 3-1 pitch. It is high. It is ball number 4. So that's the second walk issued by Helly. That's a 1-out base runner here in the bottom of the 4th inning. And you just get the feeling that Clayton Ridge Central here, and the way Helly's throwing, is MFL MarMac not able to tie him up. Time him up, I should say.
Right, yeah. They haven't hit anything, extremely hard at all. They put the bat on the ball, but even Schlee's base hit was kind of a looper over the shortstop.
All right, so Millage is being replaced by a runner at first base, and we'll find out who that is. It's number 34, Coda Warrington. So Warrington is the pinch runner here. Warrington, if you're talking about steal-wise, he's 4 of 4, and Warrington is another freshman. So a couple of freshman courtesy runners for MFL MarMac. Helly, the throw over to first base, and a dive back there by the runner, and back underneath the tag of Balsinger is Warrington. And again, Helly stepping off on that throw over. We haven't seen, I don't think, the A move yet.
No, that was a good strong throw, though, and definitely had to dive back.
And what we're talking about there is, as a pitcher, able to just turn that foot on the mound while you maintain touching the mound there, but spin that back pivot foot and pivot to first base. Time taken by our base umpire, Mike Johnson, as he cleans off the bases. As we mentioned, got a little mud now. They're not quite as clear as they were earlier. And this is, again, Landon Johnson, a strikeout victim back in the second. Johnson is 0 for 1. Helly delivers the pitch. It is inside, and the count goes to 1-0. So now Helly averages about 3 walks a ball game. So he's walked 2 so far, but he has certainly been more in command in this ball game. Hasn't walked 3 balls to many hitters.
No, just a couple.
And the pitch count is in great shape here for him. 1-0 is the count. 1-0 pitch upstairs. Count goes to 2-0. As we say that, suddenly struggling a little bit, finding the strike zone.
Yeah, 4 straight balls.
And how many pitches does Helly have coming into this inning?
41.
So that's a great. I mean, that's right there. He's on pace to go 7 innings for you tonight.
Yeah, that'd be what Clayton Ridge Central needs.
2-0 pitch inside, taking a strike is Johnson. Fastball caught the inside, and the count goes to 2-1. Nice pitch there by Helly with the count 2-0. Didn't dink around with a curveball. Brought the fastball for a strike. 2-1 is the count. Nothing doing from our runner at first. 2-1 pitch, swinging through the outside pitch is Johnson. Couldn't reach out for it, and it's evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Warrington, a very short lead at first base.
Even, I think, kind of leaning back towards first a little bit.
You see the weight there on the back foot as he leans there with a hand towards first base. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch, and this is a high pop-up, a major league pop-up in the infield. Shortstop calling for it. Max Nearing makes the play one-handed at the shortstop position. Squeezed it good enough to make the play for out number 2 as Johnson pops up to the infield for the second out.
Yep, high pop fly, but easy play by the shortstop, and 2 outs.
Elias Hatt is up to bat. Hatt, a strikeout victim back in the 4th, so he is 0 for 1. Still a runner at first base. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Hatt, he's the number 6 hitter in the lineup. This ball game moving right along. We're an hour long, and we're in the bottom of the 4th inning with 2 outs. First pitch to Hatt, takes it outside, and a good job by Borman, moving his body over into the left-hander hitter's box to backhand that. Keep it in front, because that would have put Warrington over to second base.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Runner in scoring position would have been.
With 2 outs, maybe Warrington more of a threat here, knowing you'd get Hatt, worst-case scenario, to lead off the next inning. But here is the 1-0 pitch to Hatt, and nothing doing as he fouls that one out of play. The count goes to a ball and a strike. So Hatts will try to continue the inning for MFL MarMac here with a runner at first base and 2 outs. Not a lot of opportunities. Clayton Ridge Central has had the majority of opportunities in this ball game, but theirs were early. 1-1 pitch to Hatt. It's in the dirt. And the scoop there by Borman behind the plate makes it 2 balls and a strike.
Yeah, you know, the Bulldogs had a runner on third with nobody out last inning, but just wasn't able to push him across.
And that was the number 8 hitter in Austin Schlee who got on, but was replaced by the courtesy runner, Lightfoot. 2 balls and a strike to Hatt. 2-1 pitch. Hatt reaches for the outside pitch. Chased the curveball outside. Evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, I talked about Millage throwing a good curve. That was a nice curve by Helly there as well.
And threw it at a good opportune time as Hatt chased it. So evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Deuce is wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Helly from the stretch delivers the 2-2 curveball, bouncing ball right side of the infield. This is a good hop for Miller to handle as it bounces right up to him at the waist level. Flips it there to Ballsinger at first base. Hatt bounces out softly to the right side of the infield for the 3rd out of the inning. For MFL MarMac, no runs, no hits. They leave a runner. We've played 3.5. It is still 1-0. Clayton Ridge Central in the lead. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union are proud sponsors of high school sports. We are committed to bringing our patients the highest level of total eye care with detailed one-on-one attention. Our offices offer the newest technology and equipment with a professional team of experienced staff that is committed to you. Call us today for your next total eye care appointment. The Woodland Eye Clinic in Elkader and West Union supports all of our local athletes taking the field or court this season.
Are you looking for a new career? We're looking for a motivated, reliable worker with auto body experience or just mechanically inclined. Are you detail-oriented and looking for a challenge? An opportunity for growth? Want to work on an ever-changing variety of vehicles? We offer a laid-back work environment, high-end pay, great benefits, flexible work hours, and much more. Qualified candidates can expect high-end compensation. You won't be disappointed. Call Bob at Top Gun Customs to learn all the details. 563-964-9899.
War Eagle Bulldog Baseball is brought to you in part by Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, the Luena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and by Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. This is KEDR AM and FM, Elkader, Iowa. We're actually in the top of the 5th inning. It is 1-0. Clayton Ridge Central leads MFL MarMac. Top of the lineup. Up for the War Eagles, Braxton Borman, Caden Helly, and Kane Ballsinger to lead things off. Borman has done his job as a leadoff hitter. He's been on base twice. Jackson Millage now in his 5th inning of work. Borman singled in the first and walked in the second. He was replaced by Kelly as the courtesy runner, and the count is 2-0. War Eagles scored their run in the second inning. Pitch is outside, and the count goes to 3-0. Neither team is, I would say, hit the ball hard so far in this game.
No, other than a couple long foul balls by Clayton Ridge Central.
3-0 pitch, taking all the way is Borman. It is inside. It is ball number 4. So that is the 5th walk issued by Millage now. And the leadoff runner on here, now in the later stages of this ball game, as the War Eagles trying to add on to a 1-0 lead.
Yeah, now being in the 5th inning, you wonder, even though Millage has done a lot better job with this pitch count, you kind of wonder how long his leash is here.
And I believe, what's he at pitch count-wise right now here into the 5th?
84.
So, that's a workout already. And again, he has struck out 6 and walked 5 in this ball game. So after retiring 7 in a row, the leadoff runner is on for Clayton Ridge Central here in the top of the 5th inning. Caden Helly has walked twice. So the 1-2 hitters for Clayton Ridge Central have been on base 5 times. Pitch upstairs for Millage, and the count goes to 1-0. Kelly replaces Borman as the courtesy runner once again. 3rd time Kelly's been brought in as the courtesy runner at first base. 1-0 pitch to Helly, takes a strike, and it's a ball and a strike.
Looked like taken all the way there maybe after
really
5
did.
straight balls.
It really did look like it there. 1-1 is the count. 1-1 pitch, and that's a pitch away, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Helly was behind twice with 0-2 counts and found his way by walking. His fastball swings right through it there, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So he has been, again, unwilling to chase bad pitches with the count 0-2.
Yeah, he's been very disciplined up there.
2 balls and 2 strikes. And delivers the 2-2 pitch. Kelly off and going. It's a curveball that's high. Good pitch to run on the throw to second base. Dropped by the second baseman Radeloff, but Kelly had it swiped anyway. 2-2 pitch that was a curveball upstairs. So Kelly picked right. His 5th stolen base, moves into scoring position as the count goes to full on Helly.
Yeah, like you said, Dan, great pitch to run on there. That slow curve, got a nice jump and under the throw easily.
So 3 balls and 2 strikes. And the War Eagles know that the way Helly's pitching, any type of run here would be huge. Try to pick up something on a 1-0 lead. And another runner in scoring position with nobody out here in the 5th. 3-2 pitch, fouled back there by Helly. Got a piece of it. Count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hit the filming operation that Clayton Ridge Central has set up behind home plate.
Hopefully didn't damage anything there.
3 balls, 2 strikes, and swinging through the outside pitch is Helly. Strikeout number 7 recorded by Millage. Big out number 1 here in the top of the 5th inning. Got Helly on an outside fastball.
Yeah, first time he's been retired tonight, and a huge strikeout there.
Kane Ballsinger is up to bat. Ballsinger is 0 for 2. A strikeout victim in the first and popped out to second base. First pitch swings right through a fastball there. The count is 0-1. Kelly at second base. 1 out, top of the 5th inning. War Eagles have a total of 3 hits in this game, as stepping off is Millage, who throws it back to Radeloff, who's just getting over to second base. So that was just a throw to let him know that I realize you're there. Time taken by our home plate umpire in John Winter to make sure that home plate is cleaned off once again. That's more of a challenge tonight, being we've had a little bit of rain falling.
Yeah, that rain just mucks things up just a little bit.
It's let up considerably, but we still have some umbrellas that are popped. But for the most part, it is a cool night. 0-1 is the count. Haven't seen many of them. 0-1 fastball upstairs. Count goes to 1-1. It's been so hot most nights.
Yeah, definitely a change of weather the last couple days.
A ball and a strike. And Millage says they look the runner back. 1-1 pitch. Ballsinger pops it up. Catcher Schlee goes to the backstop area. That's up the third base side. It'll make it out of play. Good hustle by Schlee. A ball and 2 strikes as that ball ends up there about 15 feet foul. 1-2, the count to Kane Ballsinger, the 3-hitter for Clayton Ridge Central. Not a bad crowd on hand for this game tonight here.
Yeah, considering the weather, there's a lot of hardy fans.
Everybody's bought sweatshirts tonight, blankets we see, so people came well prepared. A ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 is the count as Jackson Millage working. 1-2 curveball and chasing it upstairs as Ballsinger. About the only thing you could do is foul that pitch away, and he did. Got a piece of it on a pitch that was upstairs. Felt with 2 strikes, maybe it was close enough.
Yeah.
Fought it off.
You know, it was breaking down a little bit. I think it would have missed, but like you said, 2 strikes, fight it off.
1-2 pitch, and it's a slow bouncing ball up the third base line, but it will go foul halfway up the line as it's picked up there by Cranbeer. So he was fooled on that curveball and got a piece of it, and we'll do it again with a ball and 2 strikes. So the advantage of, again, getting ahead on hitters. Millage wants a new ball brought into play. This could be a problem tonight. How many new baseballs we have ready to go for this ball game tonight. Usually you play with 3 baseballs to start the game, but may go a little deeper into the ball bag tonight.
If the grass gets a little wet and the ball picks up some of that moisture.
A ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 curveball swinging through the inside pitches. Ball Singer. Strikeout number 8 by Millage.
Just a piece of it, I believe.
Yep. And the ball, I take it that Schley did not hang on to it.
He did not, nope.
So 1-2 is the count. A break. 1-2 pitch. Here's a slow bouncing ball. New life. Fielded by the shortstop Shellhorn on the edge of the infield. Long throw across the first. They get the out there. They throw it across to third. And Kelly's out going from second to third. So they recorded double play. Shellhorn charged it through a strike to the first baseman Johnson. Kelly tried to advance on the throw and throw it out at third for the third out of the inning. So for MFL MarMac, second double play they've turned in this ball game. For the War Eagles, no runs, no hits. They leave nobody. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Still 1-0, Clayton Ridge Central in the lead.
As a busy mom, I have challenges keeping my family on track, but appointments for healthcare visits are no longer one of them. Veterans Memorial Hospital has now opened a new clinic and walk-on, so complete care for my entire family is more accessible than ever, and providers care for all ages, so everyone gets the care they need when they need it. It's a welcome addition for busy families like ours and our community. To learn more, go to veteransmemorialhospital.com.
Veterans Memorial.
This is Michael Erickson at Central State Bank. We provide a complete line of lending services to help you get the best out of life. From home mortgages and equity loans to vehicle and personal loans. We have expert lending professionals who will work with you to provide options to address your needs. At Central State Bank, you don't deal with a branch or department, you deal with a banker who is dedicated to you. Central State Bank, member FDIC.
You love your business. You put everything into it, nurtured it so it would grow into the pride and joy it's become. It's only natural that you want to protect it with the right insurance. An insurance policy from West Bend is the best way to keep it happy, healthy, and profitable. We'll wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining. To find out how West Bend can protect your business, contact Tom Gifford, Kevin Lau, or Michael Beck, agents with Gifford Insurance Agency in Elkader at 245-1360.
So we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Double play to end things for Clayton Ridge Central in the top half of the 5th. Braden Gordon, Austin Schley, Bryce Radeloff. 7, 8, 9, bottom of the lineup as Caden Helly continues to cruise along. Fastball on the outside. The count is 0-1. Heady double play by MFL MarMac. First off, Shellhorn charging the ball well and throwing a strike to Johnson.
Yeah, good hard throw to first and a good hard throw from first to third.
0-1 pitch and a good uppercut by Gordon, but misses the outside fastball. The count goes to 0-2. And then Kelly waited for the throw to go by, but a heads-up play by Johnson to throw it across the diamond. And Cranberry able to apply the tag easily. 0-2 pitch to Gordon. Swings right through it. So he was challenged with another fastball on the inside. Strikeout number 6 recorded by Helly. And the leadoff hitter out for 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th.
Yep, quick start here for Helly in the top of the 5th, or bottom of the 5th.
Austin Schley is up to bat. Helly wants a new baseball brought into play. He's going to throw that ball into the dugout for Clayton Ridge Central, but I don't think this isn't the majors.
Yeah.
We need to play with that ball. So they'll throw it back in. So Helly is a pitcher. He doesn't want it back, but what they'll do is they'll dry it off.
Yeah, they'll throw it in the Bulldog dugout, it looks like.
Yeah, and they're in charge of drying up the baseballs, but we're not going to go through 12 dozen baseballs like you do in a major league game each night. So Schley up to bat. Schley has the only hit for MFL MarMac. That was a leadoff single in the 3rd inning, but he was stranded at third base, and that's how that ended. He was at third base with nobody out, and that is the best scoring opportunity MFL MarMac had. Swings through a fastball there. Count goes to 1-1. So Schley is the number 8 hitter in the lineup. For MFL MarMac, just looking for some base runners here.
Yeah, they haven't had a lot.
And the 1-1 pitch and a good fastball by Helly on the outside. It goes to a ball and 2 strikes.
He really looks dialed in this inning.
And he's only walked, has walked 2 so far in 4+ innings. 1-2 pitch, curveball that did not break for him. It's upstairs. The count goes to 2-2. But that is the difference, Helly, this year than previous years. He's ahead on hitters.
Right.
2 balls and 2 strikes. You knew the arm had plenty of juice in it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he delivers now the 2-2 pitch to Schley, fouls it back. We'll do it again. at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, the velocity and that sort of thing has never been a question, just the control.
And you see the way he lines up. He's got the feet shoulder width apart, so he got the strong base on the mound. 2 balls and 2 strikes, strong-headed kid. 2-2 pitch to Schlee, curveball just missed away. Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes, a pitch he was hoping to get pulled.
Yeah, catcher Borman held it there for a while, but not able to get the call.
Full count at 3 balls and 2 strikes. So Schlee now awaits the full count pitch from Helly. 3-2 pitch. It is outside in the dirt. It is ball number 4. So that's the third walk issued by Helly. And a 1-out base runner here for MFL MarMac in the bottom of the 5th. Bryce Radeloff is up to bat. If you're talking about Schlee being aggressive on the base paths, he has stolen a base in this ball game. And as I say that, Lightfoot actually is the courtesy runner. So Lightfoot had the steal as he was the courtesy runner for the catcher. So I would think he'd be off and going here because for MFL MarMac, not that many chances left.
Yep, yeah, they need to scratch one across here soon.
And Bryce Radeloff, strikeout victim in the 3rd. Number 9 hitter is up to bat. Helly from the stretch delivers the first pitch, strike on the inside corner, and the count goes to 0-1. Radeloff took it on the inside. Lightfoot will check out the lead at first base, and he is almost to the edge of the cut-in. Could probably extend it another step if he'd like to. And we'll see as he kind of leans out another half a step there. Tiptoeing his way to the edge. 0-1 is the count. 0-1 pitch, swinging through the inside pitches. Radeloff looked like a curveball there. Count goes to 0-2. Clayton Ridge Central, they call the pitches from the dugout area. The assistant coach does that for Clayton Ridge Central. 0-2 is the count. Top of the lineup, Parker Keel waiting on deck. Here's now the 0-2 pitch. It's a curveball upstairs. Did not break. They throw it down to first base, and in there standing up is Lightfoot. His Ballsinger's tag is high. Lightfoot was back in there easily. Borman with the right-handed hitting Bryce Radeloff up to bat. Had a good clean shot at first base, but Lightfoot was reading things well, realized the throw was coming back. So a ball and 2 strikes is now the count once again. 1-2 offering, and reaching through the outside pitch is Radeloff. Strikeout number 7 by Helly, and it's out number 2 as Radeloff chased an outside fastball.
Yep, just good location there by Helly.
Parker Keel is up to bat. Keel is 0-2, a strikeout victim in the 1st, and bunted back to the mound in the 2nd inning. And let's see if he tries to maybe put one down, use his speed. The only left-handed hitter we have in tonight's ball game. Lightfoot still at first base with 2 outs. Pitch outside to Borman. Count goes to 1-0. Borman, a smaller catcher, but again, he's a wrestler, so he's got good hops.
Yep, know he's going to be tough.
Yep, 1-0 is now the count. Shorter lead by Lightfoot at first. 1-0 pitch, it's outside. Count goes to 2-0. Jacob Shellhorn waiting on deck. He's the number 2 spot in the lineup. So just here in the 5th inning, MFL MarMac trying to get some late inning magic. They've been certainly good at that so far this season. And 2-0 is the count to Keel. 2-0 pitch, takes it inside, but catches the inside corner on a fastball. 2-1. Our scoreboard went to 3-0, but it's 2-1. It was a called strike. And 2-1 with no sign of Lightfoot moving at first base. I would say the lead is shortened up a little bit, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I think so.
2 balls and a strike. 2-1 pitch. Bouncing ball that is foul on the right side of first base. Ballsinger gave it a look-see out of his reach. 2 balls and 2 strikes. A rarity that Keel actually pulled the fastball pitcher from the pitch from Caden Helly.
Yeah, you don't see Helly getting pulled like that too often. So nice quick wrists and nice quick hands by Parker Keel there.
2 balls and 2 strikes now. So Deuces Wild on the scoreboard once again with a 2-2 count. Thought maybe with the leadoff hitter up, you'd see Lightfoot get in motion at some point, but nothing doing yet. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2-2 pitch. Keel swings right through. Fastball there across the middle of the plate. Couldn't get to it. Strikeout number 8 recorded by Helly. Ends up striking out the side in the bottom of the 5th inning. For the Bulldogs, no runs, no hits. They leave a runner at first. We've played 5. Still 1-0. Clayton Ridge Central in the lead.
Find the perfect gift for birthdays, weddings, and anniversaries at Clayton Drug in Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner. Each store is unique in its own character and design, but all have gift items that would be the perfect gift. Clayton Drug is proud to carry many name brand lines such as Mud Pie, Young Living Oils, Greenleaf Candles, Melissa and Doug Educational Toys and Gifts, CJ Gibson, and many more. Check our Facebook page for shopping specials available at each location.
Clayton Drug, connecting the communities of Elkader, Strawberry Point, and Sumner to service all in between.
No trip to Northeast Iowa is complete without a visit to the Turkey River Mall in Elkader. Browse and shop through 4 levels with over 14,000 square feet of purely unique shopping. You'll discover an eclectic mix of old and new, including antiques, jewelry, high-end and resale clothing for kids and adults, furniture, art, books, toys, crafts, rocks and minerals, and think custom apparel. Visit our updated website at turkeyrivermall.com or like and share our Facebook page.
War Eagle Bulldog Baseball is brought to you in part by Community Insurance of Iowa, Hometown Agency, Monona, Auto, Home Business, Crop Farm, and Life, Smitty's Oil and Tire in Monona, Garden View Place in Monona, Vorwald Enterprises, Inc. in Monona, Kanakor Floor Covering in Monona, TD Sports Bar and Grill in downtown Elkader, Elkader Chiropractic Center, Dr. Jamie Hammersland, Guttenberg Municipal Hospital and Clinic, RGK Portable Buildings, Furniture Showcase and All Wine, and Bacon Concrete in Postville. We have a pitching change for MFL MarMac. Ben Cranberry will move over from third base onto the mound, and Jackson Millage heads to third base. That's the only switch for MFL MarMac. Cranberry making his 4th appearance. He's made 2 starts. He is 1-0 on the season. He has thrown 8 innings, allowed 5 hits, has allowed 5 earned runs, or correction there, 2 earned runs. He has walked a total of 5 and struck out 11. So he's averaging a little over a strikeout an inning, has a sparkling ERA of 1.68 on the season. For Millage, he goes 4 innings, 3 hits, a run, walked 5 and struck out 7, but 4 of those walks came in the first 2 innings.
Yeah, he worked hard, but got the job done, and heck, they're only down a run, so they're definitely in this game.
So that brings up Ashton Teasy, Kyler Millard, Max Nearing, 4, 5, and 6 in the Clayton Ridge Central lineup. First pitch inside. Cranberry throws a little harder than Millage, I would say.
Yep.
We saw him in last week's ball game against North Fayette Valley. 1-0 is the count here to Teasy. Reaches for the outside pitch. Bouncing ball right side of the infield. Radloff's got a ways to go, but he's able to get to it. Flips it underhand to the first baseman, Johnson. Radloff covering ground on the slow roll-up as he got it there on the edge of the infield. 1 up and 1 down here in the top of the 6th.
Yep, nice range there by Radloff at second base.
Kyler Millard is up to bat. Millard is 0 for 2. Flew out to left field and bounced out to third. So 1 quick out here. Clayton Ridge Central, 1 run, 3 hits. They've committed 1 error. For MFL MarMac, no runs, 1 hit. They have not committed an error. But for Clayton Ridge Central, the routine plays they've made, they have been able to make them. First pitch fouled back out of play by Millard. Millard, as we mentioned, flew out to left field, bounced out to third. He's 0 for 2.
Yeah, both teams have fielded the ball well. The strikeouts definitely help, especially with Helly on his side. But when it's put in play, they've made the plays.
And 0-1. So Cranberry getting ahead on the first 2 hitters. 0-1 overthrows that fastball, and this is cool. It hits the front of the plate and actually kicks over the backstop and ends up on the netting behind home plate. So you could try to do that all day long. Never bounce it like that.
That'd be tough.
A ball and a strike. So it just hit off the lip of the plate. Let you know you got a little bit of a divot there. 1-1 pitch, fastball upstairs, 2 balls and a strike. So Cranberry doesn't walk many, and 2 balls and a strike. Millage did a really good job after the first 2 innings. I mean, really settled down after that rough start. 2-1 pitch away. Count goes to 3-1.
Yeah, he didn't overpower Clayton Ridge Central, but just workmanlike and definitely kept him in the game and did a really nice job out there.
7 strikeouts in the ball game, matching Helly for Clayton Ridge. 2-1 pitch, bouncing ball back up the middle. Second baseman that is trying to backhand it Radloff, and Radloff cannot get to it. Tough play there. It would have probably been an infield single anyway, but Radloff sliding down across second base basically in front of it, tried to backhand it, just couldn't get the hop. It's going to go as an infield single. Probably if you have a chance at that play, it's got to be Shellhorn's play.
Yeah, even if Radloff gloves that's going to be a really tough throw as hard as he was moving away from first base.
So an infield single for Kyler Millard with 1 out. Max Nearing is up to bat. Nearing has struck out twice. He is 0 for 2. But again, not a hard hit ball, but a slow enough roller that got by the pitcher. Off and running, by the way. Great jump as Millard. Threw it out to second base. A strike there by the catcher in Schlee to Shellhorn, who applies the tag. Throwing out, trying to steal is Millard on a dead strike by Schlee.
Yeah, just a great throw by Schlee there. Quick transition and gunned it down to second base.
So MFL MarMac, when you've put some pressure on them, when they've had some traffic on the base paths, they've made the plays. They've thrown out a runner basically at each base in this game. At the plate, third, and now second. And Max Nearing took the first pitch for a strike. Schlee got a good pitch to handle, then made a strike down to Shellhorn, the shortstop covering the bag. 0-1 pitch. This is popped up out of play, and the count goes to 0-2. So in the top of the 6th inning, MFL MarMac, we've talked about that they've been a strong team defensively, and it continues tonight.
Yep, they're showing it.
0-2 now to Nearing. And the 0-2 pitch, fastball, not bending through on that one, was Cranberry, kept it upstairs. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Clayton Ridge Central has left 6 runners on the base paths, but 5 of them came in the first 2 innings. They left 2 on in the first and left the bases loaded in the third. That's why we still stay at a 1-0 game. 1-2 pitch, and reaching out for it there is Nearing. Pops it up to the edge of the infield. That is Shellhorn at the edge of the infield. Calls for it behind second base for the 3rd out of the inning. So Cranberry comes in with a shutdown inning. No runs, a hit. Clayton Ridge Central leaves nobody. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 1-0 War Eagles.
Hi, this is Cody from Torkelson Motors in Elgin and Walk-On. At Torkelson Motors, we believe that student involvement in activities is a great way to help grow our communities, and we are proud to help sponsor this game for your enjoyment. We've been serving Northeast Iowa since 1926 and appreciate the business that our customers have given us and the support they provide to our area schools and communities. So the next time you are in need of a new or used vehicle or a repair, stop into Torkelson Motors. We've been selling cars the old-fashioned way with a friendly smile and a handshake right here next door in Elgin and Walk-On.
At Almaquee Clayton REC, we provide more than energy. We also provide ideas to help keep you safe, especially during planting season. If your equipment contacts a power line, back away. When you can't back away, call or radio for help. If you must jump clear of the equipment, do not touch the ground and the equipment at the same time. Report potential power line hazards today. At Almaquee Clayton REC, we care about keeping you safe. That's the power of human connections. Almaquee Clayton REC, your touchdown energy cooperative.
When making up a to-do list, don't forget to include servicing your car at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Your car should have the best care, and Edie's will make sure of it. Stop in or call 964-2186 to make an appointment. Tires worn out? Well, Edie's can replace them. Need a tow? Call Edie's at 964-2186. Kay, Lynn, and Todd invite you to stop by and fill your car's tank with fuel at Edie's AC Delco Service Center in Garnavillo. Edie's open 7 a.m. Mondays through Saturdays.
Bottom of the 6th inning, it is Clayton Ridge Central 1, MFL MarMac nothing. Jacob Shellhorn, Ben Cranbeer, Jackson Millage 2, 3, and 4 in the MFL MarMac lineup to lead things off here. Now in the later stages here in the bottom of the 6th inning, Caden Helly has only allowed 1 hit, time taken by Shellhorn before our first pitch here in the bottom of the 6th. Shellhorn walked, was left stranded at second base in the first inning, one of only 3 base runners for MFL MarMac. First pitch is outside, count goes to 1-0. Shellhorn also bounced out to second. That was in the 3rd inning. That's when MFL MarMac had their best scoring opportunity. A runner at 3rd, nobody out, but they could not manufacture the run. 1-0 is the count. 1-0 pitch outside. Shellhorn checks his swing. They go to first base. They say he went there. It's a strike, and it's a ball and a strike. It was a ball on the outside, but broke the wrist.
Yep. Yeah, this is about the time MFL MarMac likes to score, too, so we'll see if they can get it done again.
And did that the other night against Turkey Valley, did it against North Fayette Valley in both games last week. 1-1 pitch, Shellhorn fouls it back. We'll do it again with a ball and 2 strikes, got a piece of it. But it has just been tough for them to line up anything against Helly tonight.
Right, yeah, like you said, runner at 3rd with nobody out on that 1 base hit they've had, but other than that, not a lot of damage being done.
Rain falling, it looks like picking up a little bit. Borman, our catcher, took time for just a minute, and actually because we have some baseballs that are brought in during a play. One of the baseballs that was caught in the overhang area, it was entertaining watching MFL MarMac get that ball out in between innings. A ball and 2 strikes. So Helly ahead on the count to Shellhorn, the 2 spot. 1-2 pitch, it's upstairs, fastball away, evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. You get the feeling for MFL MarMac, 2-3-4. Got to happen here, huh?
I think this is the time. Yep. 6th inning, 2-3-4 in the lineup. This is time to get it done.
And 2-2 is now the count. Helly's 2-2 pitch, swinging right through it is Shellhorn. Dug out of the dirt by Borman. Strikeout number 9 recorded by Helly. Shellhorn goes down swinging for out number 1 here in the bottom of the 6th.
Real big strikeout there by Helly.
And that now brings up Ben Cranbeer. Cranbeer is 0 for 2, but he's hit the ball twice. He has flown out to right field and lined out to right field, which was probably the hardest hit ball for MFL MarMac in this game. First pitch there hits a bouncing ball right back to Helly. Gets a good hop to handle, fields it at eye level, races on over to first base, flips it to Ballsinger. Cranberry bounces back to the mound, and it's 2 up and 2 down here in the bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, Helly's shaping up to have a real easy inning if he can finish this off here.
And that brings up Jackson Millage, who is 0 for 2. No question here that Helly's got the ability to go 7 innings as far as pitch count wise.
Yeah, he's been tremendously efficient the whole game.
Millage bounced out to second and also walked, so he's only walked 2. Helly has in this ball game, and Millage swings right through a good healthy cut on a fastball upstairs, and the count goes to 0-1.
Yeah, trying to tie it up with one swing of the bat there.
And you know, the Helly, the pitch count being low is the fact that he's been ahead for the most part. 0-1 here now to Millage. 0-1 pitch, curveball, got a piece of it, and it again hits our camera behind home plate, not ours, but somebody's camera, and the count goes to 0-2. So, you know, the pitch count rule, you can't throw more than 110, and you can finish facing the batter if you're at that point, but he's got a ways to go for that.
Yep, I think he's looking good.
0-2 is the count to Millage, making quick work here in the bottom of the 6th inning. 0-2 pitch upstairs, and the count goes to 1-2. And his curveball's been good enough tonight. You know, he throws with some good pop, got a live arm, but that curveball's been good enough tonight.
Yeah, it's, you know, not a huge sharp break on it, but enough, like you said, especially with the velocity he throws his fastball.
And here is now your 1-2 pitch, curveball, fouled back, good piece of hitting there, as it nearly hits a car pulling in for the later part of our ball game tonight. Out of play by Millage, and it's a ball and 2 strikes. That was over the MFL MarMac dugout up the first base line. Their dugout's sunken in, so you'll see that happen from time to time. A ball and 2 strikes to Millage. 1-2 pitch. Millage fouls it back out of play to the car area as well. Out of play there. A little shorter than that, I guess. It ends up by the bullpen on the first base side, but a ball and 2 strikes. The way vehicles are parked here, and we're included in this, is prime foul ball damage territory.
It's amazing we haven't heard more thuds on cars.
A ball and 2 strikes is the count to Millage. 1-2 pitch, outside in the dirt, scoots by Borman, the catcher, and it's evened up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Our mobile studio got hit on a bounce on a home run last week at Garnavillo.
And we thought that was plenty safe back there.
Yeah, that was Taylor Mosier who cranked one against Clayton Ridge Central, or against Clayton Ridge softball in the top of the 7th inning last week. 2-2 pitch to Millage, outside in the dirt. Count goes to full, 3 balls and 2 strikes.
And Millage has done a great job working himself back even here.
Bulldogs just trying to get a base runner here any way they can. 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning, trailing 1-0. As Helly cruising along. Here's now your 3-2 pitch to Millage. Jammed inside, pops it up in the infield. Second baseman, that is Millard, drifts over towards second base, makes the play on the edge of the infield. As Helly wins that battle, Millage pops out to second for the 3rd out of the inning. So for MFL MarMac, no runs, no hits, leaving nobody. We go to the 7th. 1-0, War Eagles in the lead. Being good at life means getting your finances together so you can focus on the moments that matter most. With over 175 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company provides you with benefits you can enjoy while you're, living. So give your local agents Andrew Reimer or Troy Springer of Guttenberg or Bill Garms in Monona a call. You can reach Andy and Troy at 563-252-2471 or Bill at 563-880-5530. They can help you and your family be good at life.
Alpine Communications believes connected communities become thriving communities. We are the local telephone company that became a 21st century communications provider. Alpine provides internet, television, cellular security, and telephone too. We promise personal, timely, reliable service from people who live here. When you choose us, we all thrive. Connect with Alpine Communications today. Click alpinecom.net or call 563-245-4000.
War Eagle Bulldog Baseball is brought to you in part by David Balls, agent for Balls Insurance Agency in Elkader, Rise and Shine Nutrition on West Bridge Street in Elkader, Ashbacker Building Supplies in Rossville, M's Machine and Manufacturing in Monona, Sincerely Yours Interiors by K in Monona, Ethan Kane Construction. If it don't drain, call Ethan Kane. T&K Cahoon, your Napa dealer in Monona, St. Olaf Ag Sales and Service, Dean Family Chiropractic in Claremont, and Meyer Collision and Service Center in Guttenberg. So we go to the top of the 7th inning. It'll be 7-8-9 for Clayton Ridge Central. Kurt Ross, Owen Ludovisi, Nate Meyer. Bottom of the lineup. To lead things off here for the War Eagles, if you're looking ahead to the bottom of the 7th inning, MFL MarMac will send up 5, 6, and 7 in their lineup in Landon Johnson, Elias Hatt, and Braden Gordon. But Kurt Ross, who has scored the game's only run, to lead things off here in the top of the 7th inning. Ross singled with 1 out in the 2nd inning and then ended up scoring, as it turns out, 3 walks later. And that is the game's only run. So Ross to lead things off. Ben Cranbeer, 2nd inning of relief. First pitch, a ball low. The count is 1-0. We're just bringing you game 1 of 2 this afternoon, as the second matchup will be Clayton Ridge Central, I believe, still trying to work out who they're going to throw in the second game, but Evanson will start for MFL MarMac in game number 2. Austin Evanson, who threw well for them so far this season. It was a question who was going to start the game tonight. 1-1 pitch. Here's a bouncing ball high off the mound, fielded by Shellhorn on top of second base. Gets the nice high hop to handle. Throws a strike across to Johnson. Ross bounces out to short as the mound did him no favors, giving Shellhorn a good hop to handle. Ground out for out number 1.
Yeah, he hit that fairly hard. If it misses the pitcher's mound, that's going to get through the infield for a base hit. But the mound gave, like you said, Shellhorn a perfect hop and able to throw him out at first.
Owen Ludovisi, the right fielder, is up to bat. Ludovisi walked as part of that second inning when the War Eagles scored their only run. They scored their run with 2 outs, by the way. There was walks, back-to-back walks to the 1 and 2 hitters to give them their run. And the first pitch is low to Ludovisi. So Ludovisi walked in the second, a strikeout victim in the 4th. Millage struck out 7 in his work for Clayton Ridge, or for, I should say, MFL MarMac in the ballgame. And here's a 1-0 pitch, high fly ball, pop-up, I should say, in the infield. Second baseman, just a couple of steps right of second base. Calling for it is Ludovisi, and an easy pop-up to handle there. Jammed on the inside was Ludovisi. 2 up and 2 down here in the 7th.
Yeah, shaping up to be a quick inning for Cranbeer if he can get Meyer out here.
And Cranbeer, with his pitch count-wise, he's in great shape to continue into game number 2 if they need him tonight.
Right, and that could be big too. Yeah, they may need a reliever in that game as well.
Nate Meyer is 0 for 2, the number 9 hitter. Strikeout victim in the second. Flew out to right field. There's a strike there, and the count is 0-1. And we have correction. It is actually number 3 coming up to bat, Elliot Kelly. Kelly is the pinch hitter up to bat for Nate Meyer. And the first pitch was a strike. Here's a curveball for a strike. The count is 0-2. So Kelly, who we've seen as the courtesy runner in the ball game, is now behind with the count 0-2. And Cranbeer hoping for an easy top of the 7th inning. 0-2 pitch, swinging through the inside pitch is Kelly. First strikeout recorded by Cranbeer in relief, and the War Eagles go down in order. But we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. Clayton Ridge trying to close the deal, leading 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 7th. You're listening to High School Baseball from KEDR Sports. Back with the bottom of the 7th inning right after this.
Hey, Justin Birdnow here from Birdnow Chevrolet in Monona. I want to take a moment to wish all the local athletes good luck during their game. You have worked incredibly hard, and it shows during each game. Myself and the entire Birdnow Chevrolet Monona team is wishing you all that you do your best and good luck.
Mom, yeah, put that on my to-do list. There is more and more on my to-do list every day. I can hardly keep up, and I have to make sure everyone is paid. But who has time for the bills?
You know who can help with that?
Who?
Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping. They not only do taxes, but specialize in bookkeeping services as well. Has your to-do list gotten too long? Want help? Give Elkader Tax and Bookkeeping a call at 563-245-2154.
Wilkie's in Elkader is Iowa's oldest family-owned grocery store. You'll find Wilkie's 2 blocks south of the Keystone Bridge in historic downtown Elkader. Stop in and enroll for a Wilkie's reward card and receive points every time you shop. Then log on to their website at wilkiesgrocery.com to view the weekly specials, check out your reward points, make out a shopping list, and more. Wilkie's in Elkader, open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. till 7 p.m.
So we now go to the bottom of the 7th inning, and for MFL MarMac, Landon Johnson, Elias Hatt, and Braden Gordon. That is 5, 6, and 7 to lead things off in the bottom of the 7th inning. Does MFL MarMac have any late inning magic here against Caden Helly for Clayton Ridge Central?
It's kind of been their MO on the season, so we'll see.
And Helly has been dominant on the mound, allowing just 1 hit in this ball game, and that was back in the 3rd inning. And there's a fastball on the inside. The count is 1-0. Bulldogs just trying to get a runner any way they can on the base paths. Get the tying run on the base paths here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Their best scoring chance back in the third inning. Really haven't threatened since then. 1-0 pitch, fastball in the dirt, bounced it outside. Count is 2-0. So Landon Johnson, a strikeout victim in the second, popped out to short. And up to bat here, and now looking 2-0. Figure the count 2-0 has to be taking a pitch here, I would think.
I would think.
Down by a run, bottom of the seventh inning, 2-0 pitch. And it's, as I say that, reaches for a pitch outside, likely close enough for a strike. Fouled it out of play, and the count goes to 2-1.
It probably was, but yeah, you want to make Helly work here. He's only got about 20 pitches left, so
2 balls and a strike is the count. So Johnson reached out for it. 2-1 pitch there from Helly. Outside, cannot get to it. That was likely a ball, fastball away, but chased it, and it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. So a good fastball location, helped out by the hitter. Evened up at 2-2. Helly coming back from a 2-0 count. Delivers now the 2-2 pitch outside, and again, reaching out for it and fouling it down past the MFL MarMac dugout is Johnson in a defensive swing. 3 pitches in a row that have been outside, and that's the best you can do with that is just stay alive.
Yep, he's really working that outside corner, and Johnson's kind of spoiling it for now.
2 balls and 2 strikes, so evened up. And Helly quickly back on the mound. 2-2 pitch, and that ball fouled off the top of the backstop. So hanging tough there is Johnson. And the count remains at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Landon Johnson, certainly as we mentioned, double digits as far as hit-wise this year. One of the 4 MFL MarMac players with double digits as far as hits so far this year. So has been a steady bet for them. Here's now the 2-2 pitch. Swings right through the high fastball. Strikeout number 10 recorded by Helly. Chased the high fastball there in a nice 2-2 location, and it's out number 1 here in the 7th.
Yeah, he reared back and I think put a little something extra on that one too.
Elias Hatt, the left fielder, is up to bat. Hatt is 0 for 2. Strikeout victim in the second inning, bounced out to second base as well. So Hatt, another one of the MFL MarMac bats that has been consistent for them, but nobody out, or actually with 1 out now. Hatt is up to bat with nobody on. First pitch swings right through a fastball there. Couldn't get the arms extended. On the inside fastball, the count goes to 0-1.
Helly really likes to throw that fastball in the inside corner.
And the big thing is getting ahead on most of the hitters with that fastball tonight. That's really set the table for everything else. 0-1 pitch, curveball. That breaks high upstairs, and the count goes to 1-1. He is primarily throwing a lot of fastballs tonight, though.
Yeah, primarily a fastball pitcher. He'll mix that curve in once in a while just to keep him off balance, but throws a really good fastball.
A ball and a strike. Here is now the 1-1 pitch, curveball outside, and the count goes to 2-1. I think that might be the first time we've seen back-to-back curveballs
I think
tonight.
you're right, yeah.
So 2 balls and a strike is the count.
The way Hatt looked on that fastball, I might stay with that.
2 balls and a strike. And now the 2-1 pitch. Hatt swings right through the fastball. Strike on the outside. Couldn't get to it. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think you come with another one here.
And rely on the old number 1. 2 balls and 2 strikes with 1 out in the bottom of the 7th inning. War Eagles lead 1-0. 2-2 pitch. Another fastball swinging through the inside pitch is Hatt. Strikeout number 11 by Helly, and it's out number 2 here in the bottom of the 7th. Bulldogs down to their final out.
Yeah, that fastball's really popping, and Hatt just couldn't catch up with it.
So Braden Gordon is up to bat. Gordon is 0 for 2. He has been a strikeout victim twice. And Helly has allowed just 1 hit in this ball game. So they have not hit the ball hard at all tonight, as he has been in control on the mound. And Gordon trying to find a way to get on base with 2 outs. Time taken by Gordon late as Helly started his wind-up delivery. MFL MarMac scored 5 runs with 2 outs against North Fayette Valley the other night, last Monday night. But this is a little different tonight.
Yeah, Ellsburn, North Fayette Valley's ace, was out of the game by that point as well, whereas Helly's been efficient in trying to finish this one off himself.
So the first pitch we await to Braden Gordon, number 7 spot in the lineup. Austin Schley, the catcher, waiting on deck. First pitch and swinging through a high fastball is Gordon. The pitch just could not get to it with that uppercut, and the count is 0-1.
I think you stay right there if you're Helly.
Keep on throwing that high fastball because you're being helped out right now. 0-1 pitch and inside. And looked like a curveball there, and the count goes to 1-1. But yeah, they've not been able to time up that fastball at all tonight. Yep. 1-1. Been a pretty sharp effort tonight, and evened up at 1-1 to Gordon. 1-1 pitch, and Fowler got a piece of it. So Gordon positive there. A pitch on the outside got a piece of it, and now the Bulldogs down to their final strike here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yep. I think you throw that high heat here and see if you can get him to chase.
1-2. So Helly in control ahead on the number 7 hitter. He's got a couple of pitches to work with the count at 1-2. Helly delivers the 1-2 pitch. Curveball swinging right through to his Gordon. Helly strikes out the side to close out the one hitter here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That gives him 12 strikeouts in the ball game. And the War Eagles pick up their 3rd conference victory. 1-0. They win the pitcher's duel over MFL MarMac. With the win, the War Eagles improved to 4-13, 3-7 in the conference. MFL MarMac drops to 8-5. They are 6-3 in the conference. We'll take a break. When we return, game stats, coaching interviews, your post-game show is coming up. You're listening to high school baseball from KEDR Sports. TNT Power Sports sells and services all makes and models of UTVs and ATVs. Not ready for a new ATV or UTV? TNT Power Sports has a nice selection of clean used units available. Contact Brian, Master Certified Technician, or Tracy for your next UTV or ATV purchase, or to schedule service work to keep your UTV or ATV in top-notch condition for work or play. Call 563-245-1100 or stop in and visit with Brian or Tracy at TNT Power Sports, north of Elkader on Highway 13 today.
This month, we support the work of the dairy producers. They work day in and day out to give us delicious, healthy foods to fuel our bodies and ensure we can pursue our dreams. As your American Family Insurance agent in Elkader, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Julie Depke, agent. Call me at 563-245-2366 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
Contact Julie Depke, agent at 205 South Main Street in Elkader today. American Family Insurance Company SI and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
People's State Bank is locally owned and locally managed with 20 convenient locations in southwest Wisconsin and northeast Iowa. If you're looking for a place where you're more than just a number, but still have access to convenient technology, we're it. As a community bank, we're proud to support many of the local charities, county fairs, community events, and more. When you become part of People's State Bank, you can be confident that you're standing with a good cause. People's State Bank, community-minded, just like you. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
The doctors and staff at Family Dentistry of Monona encourage everyone to get out and support your local high school baseball and softball teams this summer. It's always a great time to watch a ball game and enjoy the weather at your local high school ball diamonds. Dr. Mark Bowie, Dr. Jessica Wilkie, and Dr. Courtney Wicken strongly encourage all of these area athletes to wear athletic mouthguards while on the playing field to protect their great smiles. That's Family Dentistry of Monona, 602 Tower Street, 539-4651.
Sode's Green Acre and Liquor Store is offering rock bottom prices in our liquor store. Stop in now while the selection is at its best and stock up while supplies last. Sale is currently going on now. The liquor store is located at 7 Gerda Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's is more than just a store.
Stronger, farther, faster. It all starts with good nutrition. Clayton County Farm Bureau is proud of our livestock farmers who provide high-quality protein needed to fuel our young athletes. The ultimate pre- and post-game fuel-up can be found in meat and dairy foods grown right here. Meat and dairy are natural sources of essential vitamins that support health, energy, and performance. We know our student athletes are the real deal, and Iowa's livestock farmers are committed to helping them reach their goals. To learn more, visit realfarmersrealfoodrealmeat.com.
Welcome back to Monona. Post-game show begins. We're joined by MFL MarMac baseball coach Paul Gordon. Coach, first off here, obviously a tough night for your team offensively. This was kind of a concern here, playing without Carver Blitz Benteen, kind of trying to figure out what you guys are going to be now offensively again.
Yep, another great game on the mound. He kept us in the game, Jackson. Struggled a little bit today. We had the bases loaded a couple times, some huge plays. I think we had 2 double plays. That play by Elias Hatt in the first inning to double off the guy at home was, we had the momentum there. We just couldn't get it going with the bats.
All right, let's start there. Let's talk about Jackson Millage on the mound, because after those first 2 innings, got settled down there and I think gave you 5 quality innings.
Oh, yeah, he did a great job. He struggled a little bit, but kept us in the game. That's all we can ask for, and hats are off to Helly. He pitched a great game.
All right, you mentioned that defensively, not only that, but you had a couple of double plays in this ball game here, and that has really been a calling card for you guys. You guys have been pretty good defensively.
Yep, pitching and defense. We just got to get it going at the plate.
All right, let's talk about offensively. Obviously, a tough night for you. What did you see as far as from your hitters tonight in the game?
They just struggle a little bit. I mean, we hit it hard a couple times right at guys, and it's just, I guess, it's just baseball, I guess.
All right, we mentioned Carver Blitz Bentine. He's out for you now, and that kind of messes with the lineup a little bit now.
Yeah, we got a little less pop in the lineup, but we just need to get some guys to step up. We got guys on the bench, and we're going to switch it up a little bit in the second game, and those guys are going to get a chance.
All right, the other thing is Ben Cranbeer came in for relief, and again, he's been good for you.
He did a great job. Top to bottom, our pitching staff has kept us in games and just pitched deep into games. And
all right, obviously, game number 2. Who do you look to throw now?
We're throwing Austin Evanson.
And tell me a little bit about Austin on the mound.
Austin's just a great strike thrower. He's gonna make them put it in play and let our defense work behind him.
What we're really seeing from you guys is, I think, a lot of games like this, right?
Oh,
a lot of close ball games, it seems.
Yep, we can't expect to score our runs every night in the 6th and 7th innings, and that's what we've been doing lately. But it's nice. It gives the kids confidence, and games like this are great games to build confidence. I mean, for the pitching staff, and we just got to get it going at the plate.
All right, Coach. Good luck to you. We look forward to catching up with you guys, and thanks for
Dan.
joining us. Once again, MFL MarMac baseball coach Paul Gordon talking things over about his Bulldog team. Great effort. Dropped a 1-0 pitcher stool tonight to Clayton Ridge Central. Quick break. When we return, we'll talk with War Eagle baseball coach Casey Czar when our postgame show continues after this.
Sode's Green Acre and Liquor Store is offering rock bottom prices in our liquor store. Stop in now while the selection is at its best and stock up while supplies last. Sale is currently going on now. The liquor store is located at 7 Gerda Street in beautiful downtown Guttenberg. Find us on Facebook to find out more, because Sode's is more than just a store.
Boys, your lumber company in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center, handles Midland garage doors for residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Midland Steel garage doors provide the best all-around value when appearance, security, durability, and low maintenance are desired. Moisure Lumber and Midland Doors take pride in providing their customers with top-quality products and superb customer service. Contact Moisure Lumber in Guttenberg and Elkader, your do-it-best rental center for Midland overhead doors sales and service.
War Eagle Bulldog Baseball is brought to you in part by Rivertown Family Dentistry, Dr. Alicia Waukee in Guttenberg, Norby's Farm Fleet in Northeast Iowa, Bruins and James Insurance, your Grinnell Mutual Agent in Monona, Fisk Farm and Home in Monona, Cresco, and Decorah, the Luena Savings Bank, member FDIC, Culligan Water Conditioning in Elkader, and by Rivals Inc., custom gear, screen printing, embroidery, and online shopping at rivalsinc.com. This is KEDR AM and FM, Elkader, Iowa. Welcome back once again to Monona. Our final score, Clayton Ridge Central defeats MFL MarMac by a final score of 1-0. We're joined by Clayton Ridge Central baseball coach Casey Czar. Coach, let's start on the mound. Caden Helly, outstanding effort for you. Let's start there.
Yeah, you know, whenever he gets on the mound, he's an electric arm, high velo kind of guy, and really doesn't lose it the whole night. And it was absolutely dialed in from the start for us there, and it was just a heck of a job out of him. We can really compete with a lot of people when we got him up there.
And he only walked 2 in this ball game, but he struck out 12 and just seemed to be in control the whole time.
Yeah, you know, him and Braxton Borman, our catcher, it's a good connection between those two. Again, that's just one of those senior arms that we can rely on later down the road this year. So.
All right, offensively, enough tonight to score that run, but left some chances early in the ball game to get a good lead.
Yeah, you know, that's been our sort of kryptonite right now. We get runners on second and third or in scoring position, and I ran us into a couple things tonight, but overall, like, we just got to have someone come through in that point, and we will. It's going to happen for us. The bats normally start to tick and get hot for us right here about the end of the year, which is good. I like seeing that. Guys are getting in swing mode. We got to keep putting the ball in play. We have runners in scoring position.
Yeah, obviously, defensively tonight, again, you just had to make the routine plays tonight.
Yeah, the guys looked really good all the way around. A couple balls in the outfield. We had a kid, actually, our right fielder, Owen Ludovesi. He was our backup catcher last year, and he's like, Coach, I want to play more. I said, you're going to have to go to the outfield. And he made 2 really good catches out there for us, and then Nate Meyer patrolling around in center with Kurt Ross out in left. We've got a really good outfield behind us.
Let's talk about Kurt Ross. Having him back in the lineup made a difference for you guys.
Yeah, you know, he's a guy, he's a glue guy for us, and that's a big one. Not a lot of people know this. He sort of broke his wrist during basketball and sort of played tough through it. Still battled it a little bit here, finding his swing again. Just one of those kids that you love to have around, and hopefully he talks about coming back and even coaching a little bit too. So hopefully we can get him back next year as well.
Well, you know, the big thing is, you know, you're so young that it's good to have leaders like that.
Yeah, you know, like having 6 seniors is really nice. But then I look down the bench a couple times, and I'm like, Hey man, we got a lot of kids here still. Like, there's a lot of young guys here. We had Colton Hager down, little freshman kid. He was going to come in and close it if Gibby didn't have enough to finish there. So I was going to go to a young guy.
Yeah, I think 14 kids are freshmen or eighth graders. I think
we got a lot of young kids out here, which is great. I love that.
Bodes well. All right, let's talk about game number 2. Who do you look to throw?
Max Nearing, sophomore. He's going to be another really good arm for us. Three pitches in the zone for us. Going to really look to back him up and then maybe get the sticks going and get a couple extra runs.
All right, Coach, good luck to you in game number 2.
Again.
Thanks for joining us. Look forward to catching up with you guys.
Thank you.
Clayton Ridge Central Baseball coach Casey Czar on his War Eagle team victorious tonight, 1-0. They'll get to game number 2. We'll take a quick break, go through the game totals here, and we'll wrap things up from Monona. You're listening to high school baseball from KEDR Sports. Hey sports fans, take a time out and call Garms Financial Services. Their team of agents can show you how to save money on all your insurance needs with Grinnell Mutual. Whether you need auto, home, farm, crop, or business insurance, Garms Financial Services has you covered. You'll also receive quality protection, expert advice, and local friendly service. Call Brian Bugenhagen, Cheryl Wagner, Emily Bazin, or Kayla Olson today for a free competitive quote. Garms Financial Services in Elkader, your trusted choice agency.
Stop into Nightingale Drug in Guttenberg to find that perfect gift for that special occasion. We have Silver Stars jewelry line, Gans and Carson home decor, Simply Noel purses and bags, Melissa and Doug toys, and baby items. Need that last-minute greeting card? Stop in and see our large selection. We have something for every occasion. Nightingale Drug and Gift Shop, your small-town, family-friendly business, located along Highway 52 in Guttenberg. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Good baseball game this afternoon. Pitchers duel. MFL MarMac and Clayton Ridge Central. War Eagles score a run in the second inning. It holds up, and they win by a final score of 1-0. Let's start on the mound. Caden Helly, 7 innings, 1 hit, walked 2, struck out 12, and allowed no runs. In this game, he only allowed 1 runner to reach third base. That was in the third inning. And the Bulldogs had a runner at third with nobody out, and that was really their only scoring chance they had in this ball game.
Yeah, just a dominant effort by Helly. Never faced more than 4 batters in an inning. Finished with 106 pitches and just really dominant on the mound.
It just shows you that if you throw strikes and he only walked 2, that there's a guy that can give you 106 pitches, a senior. He was going the distance in this ball game tonight. And for Clayton Ridge Central, you know that experience they have on the mound, that showed up big in this ball game tonight. So the losing pitcher in this ball game is Jackson Millage. But Millage, after the first couple of innings, really kind of matched Helly pitch for pitch. Millage went 5 innings, allowed 3 hits, 1 run. Had 5 walks, and that's the difference. He struck out 7 in his 5 innings of work.
Yeah, you talk Jackson Millage taking the loss, and that just shows where, wins and losses sometimes don't tell the story of how well a kid pitches, because he pitched really well. He did everything he could to keep his team in it, and he did. Giving up 1 run, I don't think Coach Gordon can be upset about that one bit.
And especially after the rough start he had in the first and second inning, fought through that. Ben Cranbeer came in and went 2 innings, allowed 1 hit, no runs, walked nobody, and struck out 1. He was good in relief. Let's go to the totals for Clayton Ridge Central. 1 run, 3 hits. They committed 1 error. That was on a throw over to first base. Braxton Borman was 1 for 1. Caden Helly was 0 for 1, walked and drove in a run. He drove in the game's only run. Kane Balsinger 0 for 3. Ashton Teasy 1 for 3. Kyler Millard was 1 for 3. Max Nearing 0 for 3. Kurt Ross was 1 for 3, scored the game's lone run. Owen Ludovisi was 0 for 2. Nate Meyer was 0 for 2. And Elliott Kelly was 0 for 1 in this ball game. For MFL MarMac, no runs, 1 hit. They committed no errors. Turned a couple of double plays in this ball game, too. Parker Keel was 0 for 3. Jacob Shellhorn was 0 for 2. Ben Cranbeer was 0 for 3. Jackson Millage 0 for 3. Landon Johnson in this game 0 for 3. Elliott Hatt 0 for 3. Ben Gordon 0 for 3. Austin Schlee was 1 for 1. He had the lone hit for the Bulldogs. And Bryce Radloff only had 2 at-bats. He was 0 for 2 in this ball game. Again, for Clayton Ridge Central, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error. MFL MarMac, no runs, 1 hit, and no error as the War Eagles win it 1-0. Coach?
Yeah, just a really well-played game, like you said, too. I had 1 error, and that was just on a pickoff attempt. Every ball that was put in play, kids made defensive plays on. MFL MarMac really impressive with those double plays. Just really well played. We've seen a lot of good baseball, softball games. It's been fun this
is
year.
the 4th game in a row we've had come down to, again, the final inning with either team with a chance to win it. We've seen 3 games that have basically involved late inning rallies. We didn't get that tonight, but still got a pitcher's duel. So again, our final score, Clayton Ridge Central 1, MFL MarMac 0. Our next broadcast will be next Wednesday. That'll be on the 21st of June. We'll be at the other side up here in Monona. We'll bring you softball with Clayton Ridge and MFL MarMac. The on-deck show begins at 4:30, first pitch at 5 o'clock on AM 1400 and FM 96.7. You can also catch the game on KCTN.com as well. We'll see you next Wednesday, Coach.
Sounds good.
Again, our final score, Clayton Ridge Central 1, MFL MarMac nothing. For a complete recap of tonight's ball game, highlights, scores, and more, go to KCTN.com, click in the Sports tab. This has been a presentation of KETR AM and FM Sports.
Your business is your pride and joy. You raised it with hard work from nothing but a dream. And since you care so much, naturally you want to protect it. An insurance policy from West Bend and Gifford Insurance is the best way to keep it happy, healthy, and profitable. We'll wrap it in the cozy warmth of the silver lining. To find out more about a business insurance policy from West Bend, contact Tom Gifford, Kevin Lau, or Michael Beck, agents with Gifford Insurance Agency in Elkader at 245-1360.